Couchtripper.
You're watching Space 2, the second series of the show Spaced. I'm Edgar Wright, the director of Spaced.
That's right, Edgar. And this is me. I'm Simon Pegg. I'm a co-writer, co-performer in the show. That's me falling off a skateboard. Very clever little device they use by Edgar, kind of frame jumping or something. I'm going to keep talking until my good friend and co-star Jess comes on. I spat some grass out. That's Anna Wilson-Jones. Thanks, Jess. And also Peter Serafinowicz at the bottom. That was done on a rostrum. That's actually my house.
That's me, Jessica Stevenson, playing Daisy Steiner. That's me in Epsom Racecourse, which is supposed to be an airport. On the way back from On the way back from Asia. And I got that shot in one. And that's me travelling around Asia. Those are my legs. And that's it. That's me looking for myself.
These are the articles that Daisy wrote in the first series.
Bogling.
That mentioned in episode 1.7, as we call it in the
And
trade.
the reason why I could afford actually to go on my travels.
Absolutely.
Mark Heap.
Here's Mark Heap, spitting blue paint. Edgar, tell us about that effect that you did there.
Oh, I didn't want to use just a normal freeze frame, so I
that's
thought
enough, I'm bored. No, carry on.
This is actually a camera technique called cloyne. Later on we'll be seeing flubing and...
That shot of Nick running down was done on a Sunday because we had so much to do. We actually had to do a whole Sunday with a completely different crew, didn't we, one week?
Yeah, which is quite
This is
fascinating.
Katie Carmichael, who plays Twist Morgan. Originally called Twist Hoffmeyer, but Simon felt there were too many German Jewish names.
I didn't know what your obsession was.
Slightly suspect.
I don't mind. I have nothing against German Jewish names.
What about the hair? It's all pointing to something.
But there's just in one house, you know what I mean?
I can't believe we're getting into anti-Semitism
Come on,
so early on in the
listen,
show.
You said it, not me.
I hope you're not accusing me of that. Here's Julia Deakin. The peerless Julia Deakin. Together.
Daisy and me are a professional couple, although that's not really.
No, really, and
anyway, she's lovely.
Go. Fuck off! There's Ada.
Who plays Colin?
Who plays Colin the dog. She's beautiful.
And this is our.
I always seem to tread on her though.
Our house. You did.
She didn't like me.
I know.
Can I point out the use of crickets, which is something that we, I personally think is quite amusing, having crickets in Kentish Town. It makes it sound like South Africa.
Edgar, tell us about these fireworks because.
This is put on after. This is just special. It's called technically called fireworks. Oh dear.
We actually had light shining on our face, and then in special effects post-production, they matched up the colour of the fireworks with the light shining on our face.
Daisy returning from.
There's Legs Mackenzie
Asia.
getting back from Asia.
They're not. I lied. They're not my legs.
They're actually CGI legs.
Yeah.
Jess has got legs like two gigantic sacks of potatoes.
That's fake tan.
This sequence of shots as well is the same as the first episode of the first series. There's quite a lot of referencing back to the first series.
Yeah.
For
Whoa!
all
She dropped
you
the
geeks.
rucksack. That's comedy for you. And
We're
this
actually going to
next
subtitle the second series of Spaced. Jessica Stevenson, look at me now.
Jessica Stevenson, so
Hardly.
what now?
Oh, hard. Oh, stop it. Stop it.
There's the
This
alien.
next bit is a famous reference to a scene in Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
With Bruce Willis and
After we were
John Travolting.
totally incensed by another sort of 30-something, 20-something sitcom, which we won't name, that did a terrible pastiche of a Tarantino film. We then went ahead and did our own Tarantino film.
Which moves the character Mike quite
ours is
neatly
fine.
into the flat. Here he is.
Now, what's Mike reading here?
Reading a book.
It's an important book that he's reading. Jesse, looking like a bit of a kind of squinter. Up to the face, down to the book.
Textbook.
Oranges are
Oranges are not
the
the front.
fruit.
Is he gay?
Is he not?
Maybe.
Who knows? Or does he just sublimate? Oh!
The
Sorry, I thought I'd
Pop-Tarts.
been shot.
Oh,
Who's this
they're so
jerk-ball?
pleased to
Here he
see each other.
Marblehead Johnson.
Marblehead Johnson.
With the
Nice
some of the
awkwardness
driest
here.
hair in the world. Look at Nick, smiling, loving. Ah! Good.
This was the first. I think when we shoot the scenes in the flat, we shoot them in chronological order, and this was the first day
That's
that
right,
we
yeah,
shot in the
yeah.
flat, which was kind of quite weird. So it was because unlike the first series, we did the flat stuff first, and then we did the location in the first series, and this time we did it the other way around, which was quite difficult
It
actually.
was difficult, yeah.
So this kind of came halfway through the shoot, doing this opening scene. I like this. Oh no, it was the joke before I liked.
What was the joke?
Sorry. What was the what?
What was the joke you liked?
I like the joke
Hey,
about.
having a joke, having a
He's
laugh.
alright. He's upstairs in Russia.
No, it's a great bit of acting from Ada coming up.
Aileen
She's
was,
actually quite an avid
she was a
anti-smoking
natural,
campaigner.
wasn't she? She's a natural. Look at her. I don't want to smoke. No, siree.
She really looks down the barrel then as well.
It's funny whenever you do a scene with an animal, the kind of like sort of the everybody else in the cast kind of becomes the third wheel, and everything's sort of centred around the dog and what the dog's doing. It's quite it's actually quite a good way to work because then everybody really concentrates.
Did I mention this in the first TV? But you know the dog in Frasier gets paid $6,000 an episode, and that is actually more than me and Simon put together. That's quite sad.
Here's the Star Wars thing. We were amazed that we could actually use this music.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, no, this was we were quite surprised that we could use this music. Thank you, Lucasfilm, for not suing us.
Well, I think the weird thing is that because Lucasfilm
didn't
let us use anything in the first series, but then saw the kind of affection that we had for the films in the
But by then it was
in the
too
first
late
series.
because Simon had seen The Phantom Menace, which he hated.
Yeah.
I think our entire nation had seen the Phantom
But
Menace.
they'd said you can use anything you like in
Who's
terms
the-
of marketing,
Nick
but just
Frost
don't be
playing-
derogatory.
Mike Watt,
Unfortunately,
I think people might have gathered that
cult
by now.
figure. I'm just saying. I'm winding up to just saying, the cult figure Mike Watt.
No, it's interesting that we can talk more about the Phantom Menace in episode 2. So we don't let it go.
great
Doesn't
little
get
joke
away
there
that
from
easily.
Nick. That joke was originally written. I
And no
shot
one
the
had
cat up
actually
the
picked that
arse, but Nick actually added in the hole and turned it into something quite golden.
The golden
Fried
hole.
gold, known as fried
Turned it
gold,
into
which is a
fried
term that we
gold.
used on set for a particularly well-performed bit of comedy.
Nick coined this term fried gold, which meant very good,
Fried
and it
gold.
became. It's actually written on the mirror in episode 5.
Oh yeah, there was a shot of fried gold in all its glory, but it got cut out.
He had nowhere to go and there was a bed going, so...
And we're going to see now
Maybe
a wonderful
fried gold
piece
should
of
take the place of textbook on this commentary.
fried gold.
Fried gold.
From now on, fried gold means good. Here we are.
Fried gold.
Fried gold from the art department there.
For making a
Turned
set
around
which
very
was used
quickly.
for 2 seconds.
Fine.
And there's loads of detail in there, which if you freeze frame it as you can on DVD with crystal clarity, you can see a lot of little things in there. The guns, lovely.
Oh,
little
she's
face from
angry.
Jess.
Look at the squinting.
Oof.
Flash. No need for photos.
I like this old style video camera here. Is nice.
Yeah.
We like that
She's
joke,
a
didn't
jack
we?
of all
About
trades,
welcome
Daisy.
to the 21st century.
Clunky SVHS camcorder.
This actually is not Bangkok. I know it's hard to imagine, but actually this is a park at the back of Ealing.
Ealing Studios.
Now that zombies picture you can see on the wall there was
Belongs
my
to Edgar.
30th birthday present from Edgar
I could use this.
and Karen
and
Beaver,
Karen,
our
and
line
Karen Beaver,
producer.
the line producer.
And we used it
There I
in the show.
Not
to
in
go along
Bangkok. In the back of Ealing Studios.
Yeah, there was a bit. We had to, as we usually were with this series, we're always up against it, and I asked Jess to go out and film it herself,
Guerrilla style.
guerrilla style. So I gave you a camcorder.
And I went out and
commissioned
shot
a half-hour
shot a
documentary.
feature film.
Somehow ended up being directed by Michael Winterbottom. I don't know how that worked.
I know. Did
It
you
turned
use
into a
the?
gay love
you-
affair with me and
Look at that body.
a fellow traveller.
Look at
Mark
those two
Heaps,
pinnacles
sinewy,
of
massive.
physical
Ripped.
fitness.
He's ripped, that man.
Ripped to the tits.
He's a very physical actor, I think.
Now here's the Gollum bit.
He's got
Don't you
really
think he looks
command
like?
of his craft.
Look at him. Watch him waddle over.
Watch this. That's what I. What's the sound effect that should go with that?
He does that in episode 2 in the Terry and June bit.
The Gollum move.
Faces, mate.
Daisy's not sure.
Now
What's going
prepare
on?
to view
He's
what I
weird.
can only describe as Jessica Stevenson's shark-like teeth. Rows upon rows of self-perpetuating molars and incisors.
How many teeth have you got?
Look, stop looking at me. Do you know what I mean?
120.
Leave
She's
it
got,
out.
she's got a look at that. It's like a great white.
This
Now,
is
actually-
inspired, this
in the
is
sea with
inspired
her.
by the playground kind of japes of my mom's chubby, my dad's chubby, my dog's chubby. Nobody knows. You don't know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
remember
about.
that.
There's some
But you're
people.
not chubby anymore,
I
are you,
added in the
Jess?
sound effects, Jess. So added the sound. Oh, let's talk about this a second. This is nice.
Bang.
Now,
What a,
this
that's,
was
now that is a montage.
Cock.
And a half.
That is Mark Heap's elbow in Katie's mouth.
But it looks like a gargantuan member.
When we were that had to be shot. We shot that in the lunchtime with a kind of closed set. Unfortunately,
Look, state
the
accident
production
video.
accountant of the show,
That's
know,
way to
came
spend
in.
a Sunday
the production
afternoon.
accountant of the show chose that point to show her family around the set.
That's right.
She brought her family down, and she came.
Is that
sort
Sarah?
of- Sarah, yeah.
Yeah.
So she came in, and her mum and dad saw Katie and Mark sort of shoving a big African wooden idol.
Stop there.
Okay.
That was the Unabomber video, actually, from Series 1, as you might have noticed if you're a space
Not
fan.
available in the shops. Quite a few people
No.
asked on the websites where to get that, and to be
Lovely
honest,
little moment there when
I don't really
Julia
know.
burns Jessie's hair.
We rehearsed that. That was part
She
of the action.
rehearsed.
He's never in these days.
That's because Mummy's been away.
See how fried
You
some
are actually
bit.
Ada's mum as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Physically.
Those are trandles, if you just see in the corner. My shoes were trandles, which are kind of a famous...
Have you patented that?
I haven't. I should do. But they're kind of the traveller's sort of footwear. Halfway through your travel, you realise that your trainers are too hot, so you cut them up. And that's why Daisy's wearing trandles. That's a very interesting story.
Dirty free. That's a great story.
Details.
That's an interesting parallel to the episode with people not listening to your travelling stories.
I actually fell asleep and feel quite rested. I like that line, absolutely good, just not being able to articulate yourself properly.
You know, young.
I like this.
Oh, the story's heating up.
What might happen?
I think Julia looks great as Marsha. I think it's a really good look.
I like the kind of little Greek chorus of you and Nick making kind of oohs and ahs, a lot of which we did afterwards. Shit!
That's right,
in the background, which is nice. Ooh.
In post. Yeah, look at her. She's got a secret.
There was this one guy.
Now your hair,
Here we
are
go.
you growing out blonde hair? Is that why your hair's... Because it looks sun-bleached, which looks really good.
I've explained this to you for the last year, Simon. Do you
Jess,
know what I mean?
you know I don't
When are
listen
you
to
going
a
to get
word
it?
you say.
It's,
There's John Sim,
and
John
therein
Sim,
our
lies.
A-list actor that we got in to do a little cameo.
Back in Epsom Racecourse.
It almost seemed
You're 10.
he was too bloomin' huge to get him to do a speaking part, so we had him say nothing.
Well, no, we did actually have this thing because we bumped into him a couple of times after the first series, and he kind of
He loved it,
expressed an interest.
He doesn't have to speak. Look at him. He's oozing
But we did think it would be,
star quality.
as with some of the cameos later on in the series, we did think it would be quite funny to get a very famous actor and have them say nothing.
Yeah.
I just like the way he just uses that matchstick. A lot of people could use a matchstick and it just looks stupid, but he
got
he
it.
works it. He's working it. He's working it.
John Sim's working the room right
He is
now.
working.
He's working the matchstick.
I haven't actually spoken to him since we shot this, and the last time I saw him, he kind of had gelatin gumming up his eyelids because from the fake sweat that he had on his brow.
Oh, right.
So I didn't even get to say goodbye to him properly because he was walking away kind of with a, you know,
Covered in
sort of
gel.
He was
Gelatin.
brilliant, and it was so
Sticky
great that he
eyes.
agreed to do it.
Now, Edgar, this guy, Stephen, I think the name of the character is dressed up as another character, isn't he, from
He's
fiction?
the brief
He
we
is
gave
Kevin
to
Eldon.
the brief we gave to the costume department was Billy Hayes at Midnight Express, who is the hashish smuggler from that film, and we thought nice kind of green sort of jacket and a bit sweaty with little sunglasses. Thanks for that.
Thanks for that, Edgar.
Over to you.
You saw
That's a
little
quote
groups
from
of
Paul Newman.
Kevin
is.
Eldon.
Why go out for hamburger when you can have steak at home?
It was great to use the word bummer in this series, in what is essentially quite a sophisticated series, to actually use the word bummer. There's Amber. There's Jess again, making a funny little pose.
I'm straining to look out the
It's
door.
like
Do you know what
kind
I
of
mean?
Like, you're like
You
doing
look
ballet or
look
something.
like Jerry Halliwell from the It's Raining Men video.
Well, at least, do you know what I mean? I go back to
You
normal.
are like
you
Jerry
look like
Halliwell
that
from
all
the.
the time.
There's no excuse to not get your kit off. It's
No, an
raining
interesting point to make here. Apart,
Listen, you should have. If you were going to go down this road, you should have warned me because I thought we were
Listen,
going to
if
be
I'd
nice
had a
to
good
each
body
other
like
on
you,
this
Jess, I would
DVD
have my kit off.
commentary.
you do have your kit off later on.
Exactly, to my embarrassment.
You can't wait to get it
Now,
off.
To my
just
pudgy
quickly,
embarrassment.
You don't
this
seem to be able
scene
to see
here,
the flab.
just guys, this scene here, for various reasons, had to be completely post-synced because there was a problem with the sound, which we didn't discover until way after we'd finished shooting in the studio and the set had been striked, and Jess had to post-sync this, which I was initially very worried about, but Jess, luckily, happens to be the queen of ADR. Automatic dialogue replacement. Thank you.
Thank you, Edgar. That was a very comprehensive
Thank you, Edgar.
description.
Thank
Now, here
you.
we go. Here's the lovely
actually
Mark
a
Gatiss and the
kite.
lovely Kevin Eldon.
Oh, you don't see the kite there. But there is a kite in that bag, which
I
is
remember-
actually from China. When I went to China about 5 years ago, I travelled to China and I brought back a kite.
I remember
And
having a
we used it in
conversation
the
with Mark
show.
Gatiss about mentioning that we might do a Matrix parody, and he said, "Oh, can I be an agent?" And so
he's
when we actually
perfect,
came
look at
to
him.
include the agents in it, he
They're
had to
both
have
kind
it.
of doing the.
Hello, he's listening to his
Get in the
earpiece.
car.
Oh, bliss.
Here we go.
Now here we go with Nick and myself
WWF
are
wrestling.
quite into WWF wrestling. Nick actually got me into it in '98. I love the drama, I love the soap opera. These are the moves. That's a headbutt guarded by the
Stone
hand.
Cold.
Nick goes into a choke slam, whack on my back,
And then
Stone Cold
Stone
Steve Austin,
Cold.
boom. And he was doing the finger as he went down. I don't know if you
Is that
noticed
something that Stone Cold Steve Austin says when he hits people?
What,
Yeah.
Stone Cold?
Yeah.
No.
Where did that come? Is that what
He
the
says things like,
commentator
I'm going to
says?
put kind of
There,
whoop ass on
bang.
your ass.
Now this is the first part of a kung fu that we learned at the expert hands of
Jeff Hewitt
Jeff
Davis.
Hugh
Oh, on
Davis.
our stunt day, yeah. And
Which
you
I
notice
enjoyed
Jess breaks my
immensely.
arm in half there. That was a fake arm.
Yeah, we basically.
I'm laughing here.
And that was a
Corpse in my fucking arse
Bruce,
off. That's terrible.
Bruce Lee face at the end.
And no, it was a nice Bruce Lee face. We basically the day before 2 days before we started filming,
I like that.
we did a rehearsal for an afternoon with our choreographer
In a huge
guy.
domed gym in somewhere in North London. It was fantastic.
It was us
South London.
and
It was
Nick and Mark and Kevin.
There were loads of trampolines everywhere and like mats, and we just got to tumble
I know,
for
it was-
half a day. It was great.
It was good.
We actually shot a couple of shots of Katie on the phone at the other end, but found that it didn't. You may see those in the deleted scenes.
Yeah, we'll stick down the scenes. It didn't quite work.
didn't
the
quite
actual
work.
joke
Spoiled
didn't
the
work.
joke.
Look at Nick's face here. He's kind of doing some retarded child.
Which is something he does very, very funnily as well. Not that that's
Maybe
funny.
Nick can explain himself later
God.
on.
What have we said? I like the way Jess, you go, oh, I left him a note.
Always working.
Hey,
Yeah?
I left him a note.
Always working.
There's a lovely shot. Watch the pull focus here.
God, how
Yeah.
long did it
Speak
take us
to
to get that shot
To
of
the
us
gate,
walking out
to
of the
the
car,
door.
pulling
A
around
long
the car?
time.
God, that was a
Sometimes
nightmare day.
it was quite difficult on the second series because we were shooting it in summer, and the first series was shot in the spring, and I think one of the defining things of the show is the obviously Tim and Daisy's coats and hats and everything, and we didn't really want it to be a summer show, so as such we had to shoot scenes in the blistering heat with your coats on and stuff.
Yeah.
It was quite
Hot.
difficult.
I love the
We
way
actually
the
sometimes-
note falls off the door there.
Yeah, I know that was a complete fluke. It looked really sweet, didn't it? This is a nice track by the Sons of Silence in the background, so it's quite atmospheric.
where she is?
No.
Do you know where she is?
Why?
The Mark and Kevin are in a competition to see who can do the best Hugo weaving
And I
right
think
now.
they're both actually. I
They're
think
neck and neck.
You have to say
I seem
that
to
they are
remember this
both
being on
as
the
good as each
darkest,
other.
one of the darkest days of filming. We were very behind that day, and
They just had lots of stuff to do. Some of the days of shooting
I
were
actually
very...
remember it the other way around. I remember
terrible.
the odd good day actually. That's what-
Well, no, this
no,
was a
this was just
particularly
one of
tough
the worst
one.
days.
yeah.
I remember that was when I went and sat on that bench, on that bench.
And the bench. Oh,
And
I
that-
remember the bench.
That
yeah.
English teacher
That cost
who
us $2,000. That
who
bench.
came and he was calling us all
Oh,
and
God.
stuff, and
Get out of here!
I was just almost crying.
This is actually a
missed the
pub very
Simpsons
near to
live
where I
reading.
live, which I'm not going to.
Oh, no, we can say what the pub is.
But it's a
Corrib's
really,
Rest.
really lovely
Corrib's
pub.
Rest.
And on Thursday nights it's Irish night, and everyone comes in and
It's a massive pub.
sings ballads. It's
What
fantastic.
road is it on?
It's got a lounge. It's on Salisbury Avenue.
Okay.
We did this bit in front of a live studio audience, actually.
It's got a
Now,
pool table
weirdly
in the
enough,
back.
even though it's kind of like cutting between
I love
the
that
two, Nick is actually potting all the balls because
Yeah.
he is a bit of a whiz.
He's
He's
quite
never
sharp.
played me. He's scared.
Oh, okay. Now, actually,
was
we
ADR's
changed
as
that
well,
line.
wasn't
As you might notice, that sort of like
That was originally point the
That-
pink pistol.
Beretta.
Beretta. It was a
pink
real
Beretta at the pistol firing range.
and people
Porcelain.
porcelain
Firing range.
and we redubbed it, which because as you said on the day, Simon, do you think people will know what Beretta is? And I kind of went, yeah, of course they will. And then when it got to the edit, nobody really laughed at the eventual reveal of the pink pistol because they were confused by
What a
the earlier
Beretta
thing.
was.
So we changed it back.
You overestimated everyone's knowledge of handgun names.
I know, I'm sorry.
And euphemisms for going to the loo as well.
I'm really paying the price for that right now.
Now, it's quite interesting, this scene, because this was the very first day
We
of
have, this is the
shooting.
first
shooting.
film we
and
did. It's the first scene we did.
The
Yeah.
last part of it is one of the very last
Last
days of
things we
shooting
did.
because we had to pick it up because we didn't finish.
I know, because of scheduling, because as you can imagine,
Mark and
getting kind of
Kevin's
Mark and
availability.
Kevin's availability. So the League of Gentlemen was shooting their Christmas special at the same time, and so to get obviously all of us and Kevin Eldon and Mark Gatiss
We could
together,
only film on the morning of the 18th and the
basically
for 3 hours. at the
something
end.
this kind of scene would be nobody's idea of the first day of shooting.
No.
And I think when we actually started on the first day of
Nice
shooting,
kung
we
fu.
did 52 shots, and I think some of the crew were thinking, "Oh my fucking
Jesus.
Christ!"
Real gentleman. Little shit.
Who is Stephen Edwards?
I met him at the airport.
Oh, did you now?
I was worried about my mum. Watched the last one,
Look
and
at this.
I'm not sure what she
Look
made
at me.
of the
Look
language.
at me.
Oh, really? It's English, isn't it?
Getting ready.
There's the pink pistol.
Here we go.
Here's the shot.
Now, the choreographer who did this, Jeff, is also responsible for training
Tomb
up.
Raider.
Yeah, training
Nick's
up Angelina
stunt.
Jolie for Tomb Raider, and
Raider,
also
that's right.
And he actually said
what's her name?
I was better than her.
Yeah, I can
And
believe that.
Nicer looking, which I thought was. And he
Also,
didn't
he
need
did
to do that, did he?
Mila Jovovich's kung fu bit in The
In
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yeah.
Which is Nick's favourite film.
Nick Frost's favourite film is
Look
the
at this,
fifth
though.
Do you know
Watch
Luke
this.
Besson wrote that when he was 16, and then
It fucking
got the, and he got
It
the
looks
script
like it.
It
out.
fucking
in-
looks like it.
I love that though. That is a lesson to everyone. Never get the script out that you wrote at age
This
16
here,
and
this
think,
was weeks
"Wasn't
and
I-
weeks
look a
later.
genius."
Oh yeah, this was
This
done.
bit.
This was done about 3 months, well, 2.5 months later, maybe, right at
After
the end of
first
shooting.
part of that shot. Whee!
Oh yes.
But then this is back to the original day. This was all kind of like
I
jumbled
love
up.
that
Nice.
triple edit there.
It's funny, there's always there seems to be a film just after we finished the series. Like, after we finished the first series, The Matrix just came out. And as we were editing this, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon came out, and it kind of seemed almost like that we were doing something to do with,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Daisy.
We were. I was. I
Hidden Prowess.
Crouching Tiger, Highgate Dragon.
It was at the end of the day. It was just really good fun to do, wasn't it?
Fantastic.
We all wanted to do fighting.
Incidentally, just
Also,
worth mentioning that Amber's legs. Then
I had
Amber
to stand on that
just
pole.
worth
that
mentioning
little,
a second that
I
Amber's
just want
legs
to mention that clip.
are the same legs as always Theo Park, who's Naira's sister. But that's not interesting, really.
I was going to say, actually, about the fight, just going back to the fight, that genuinely, that is, apart from one shot, that is everybody doing it, which I think is quite amazing. I was genuinely very impressed how kind of like, sort of like, Mark and Kevin coped.
Oh, they were brilliant.
You Lando.
After only an afternoon of, sort of rehearsing and stuff, it was a real hoot.
Oh yeah, it was great fun.
But were you quite bruised and stuff afterwards? They were. I think their arms were.
My arms were, yeah.
I dislodged my eyeball on the tram.
I think I kicked Kevin in the face.
You kicked
about
Kevin in the
6 or 7
face.
times.
I think they were very bruised afterwards. I like this.
That's worth mentioning that line "You Lando" was actually Edgar's suggestion and
oh, thank you.
taken on board.
Thank you for that, love.
Wholeheartedly, because obviously he's the modern Judas.
Absolutely.
Lovely, hello Brian. Hello there.
Well, didn't somebody make a point about Empire Strikes Back that the first time they had a black man in the Star Wars trilogy, he turned out to be the Judas?
I know, it's dodgy as ever.
Well, Judas was black, wasn't he?
Now, this
He
is
was in the
beautifully
film of
put
Jesus
together.
Christ.
Jesus was
Superstar.
black. They were all black. So,
Oh,
do
okay.
you know what I mean? There's.
I thought you were referring to
Jesus
the
was
film
in the
of
All Blacks.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus played rugby. I bloody knew it.
Is it Judah Lomu? What? Sorry,
Let
forget
go,
that.
let go, and
Fried.
stop.
I love my face.
Look at the
then. I
face
just look
there.
like some
Oh,
twat.
I love my face, says Jess.
I just look like a twat. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
a nice little smiley do, I think.
I think it's a good
It's a
one.
strange kind of little grinny double chin number.
Oh, gruesome crunch.
We missed Mark Keep's chair stunt. I like you guys in the background there.
Yeah, the chair stunts was done loads of times, wasn't it, to get it right? Mark was coming down with flu that day, I remember.
I can't afford it.
Brilliant delivery of that line. Nice grunt. And off.
I love this. This is great. Ooh.
And return. Julia flexing her lip there.
Nice transition here. Watch this.
This was done.
Watch this. Fried gold.
Beautiful. This was done at like
Sorry.
about 9:30 in the morning. We were filming this. I remember because my mum was there on set, and she'd just given me the Harry Potter book to read, the first one, which I read avidly on set for the rest of the shoot. Not just the one, obviously. Gun.
Look
As
at that.
Nick was actually asleep then, but we had to shoot him up with sodium pentothal to get him off because he's quite restless.
Usually when people are asleep
Those
in the
flowers
show,
are plastic.
usually when people are asleep, in a scene, they usually are asleep. Like
I
you've
know.
fallen asleep quite
I
a
fell
few
asleep on
times.
set.
Never.
No, I was in the start of the second episode. You fell asleep. Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh,
in a
well,
second.
like fall asleep as a gag, you mean?
No, you were genuinely asleep. Because it's so tiring that when actually people get to be in bed, they do fall asleep.
I did used to sneak off and just get under the
Let's
Slightly
talk about
unbelievable.
Joey Deacon.
And let's talk about the slightly unbelievable. And I was a little worried at the end of writing. We'd finished writing the episode and thinking, was it a bit too mad?
Joey.
You know, was there too many unbelievable factors in the episode?
Yes.
And so we put that little line in about
To
the day
eat
being
it.
slightly unbelievable.
Joey Deacon.
Joey Deacon, the famous 1970s Blue
Some people
Peter.
thought that was some younger viewers thought that was a reference to Dawson's Creek, but of course, Joey Deacon,
became a very childish insult. Joey Deacon was actually a guy who was disabled and in a typically childishly brutal way.
I think you should just
His
stop
name
there,
was
Simon.
adopted
I don't know.
as an insult. I'm trying to explain it rationally.
No, the Blue Peter thing, because it kind of Joey Deacon's plight backfired because in
It's
their
finished now.
attempt to
Shut
kind
up, you Joey.
No, but in their attempt to kind of introduce the kind of the plight of the spastics to the world, all it gave was like a new nickname for kind of the sort of people would then say, Joey.
That's right.
That's a little
Do you
history
actually know
lesson there.
there's a whole joke to that?
Isn't Plight of the Spastics the sequel
I'm
to
not
Flight
going to
of the
tell that
Navigator?
joke, but my brother Jim used to tell that joke very well.
Flight of the Spastics.
You said Plight of the... Oh, forget
This
it.
is episode
Julia
1.
Deacon's just come in.
Hello, I'm Jessica.
Yeah, Simon here too.
I'm Edgar, and this is
Julia.
Ray!
the magnificent Julia Deacon, who
Peerless.
plays
The peerless.
Marsha. The peerless Julia
Peerless
Deacon.
Julia Deacon, who plays the
Julia
part.
Margaret Deacon.
Julia Margaret Deacon. JMD.
Margaret.
This is the music from Bagpuss
I just
playing
recently
here.
bought all of the tapes, and it is a faultless piece of children's television.
Does it still stand up?
It stands up and waves, jumps up and down.
Was there... How many shots of that
We did
case
it
coming
3 times,
through?
that suitcase. Because we had 3 sheets of glass, so I wanted to use every single one.
That's right.
That's a surprise.
Kind of a bit of an Exorcist reference there with the shots of the door shaking and stuff.
Yeah.
Look
Lovely
at Colin's
directing
acting
from
in this, it's amazing. Ada, rather.
The voice behind the door are actually the voices of Julia Deacon and me. And...
That was you doing that on your own.
Oh, right. I mean,
Screaming. I remember you doing that in post. It was so funny.
Now, Theo
Screaming
Park,
out.
who's Naira, the producer's sister, in the first series, when she played Amber, she had bleached blonde hair. In the second series, she kind of had like a brown, kind of a Winona Ryder-ish pixie
Very
crop.
becoming.
Very
suited
becoming.
her very much.
But that meant that she had to wear a kind of bleached blonde acrylic wig, which was not very becoming.
But she
And
is.
she had to wear my boots because we couldn't afford 2 pairs.
That's right. Back to the Future there, the little Back to the Future reference with the spinning number plate. And
now playing on Spaced FM, the Blue
Blue
Tones
Tones.
with Mudslide.
I love your ear coming through there. Did you decide that?
You look like
Planet of the Apes.
Roddy McDowell
reference.
from Planet of the Apes.
Thank you.
Back off.
Oh, it's not another bloody reference.
Oh, I love this bit. This is great.
Oh, I remember.
Now I haven't actually seen Mulan, but this is the
Do
the
you know
story.
it's a classic
I know.
piece of Disney animation. It really
My
is one of the
reactions
best.
to this speech were great.
Oh, well, they know.
It's just not
It's great.
tight enough
And
angle.
Eddie
but-
Murphy does indeed do the voice of the dragon.
There you go. Look at that.
Look.
Mushu
Yeah.
is his name.
You're right.
Mushu the dragon.
Ear out for all to see. That's the funny bit. I remember everyone was
Yeah,
really
we like
laughing
that.
off set when you were doing that. Doing that little bit. More
Well,
like Webster the
Julia.
nurse was.
Eddie Murphy does the.
There's Edgar. Edgar. There's Edgar. There's Nick looking a
I
bit
play the
sweaty.
role of Nick Frost. I do like your song though, because it was quite handy that it was like sort of a half remembered
Naira, the
version.
producer, was slightly worried because she said that isn't actually the real song, is it? Because she was worried about actually.
The idea
having
of
to pay.
clearing a
Oh, you've
Disney
got to be
song.
careful with clearance.
Catch will be fine. Cheers.
There we
Oh,
go.
wait,
Moving
yeah,
on.
before
She's a
that
survivor.
point.
She's a survivor.
Here we are back at the They Walk Among Us in Richmond.
How good it was. How
Somebody tell me that They Walk Among Us.
This is my favourite bit in the whole series.
Somebody tell me that
Such
They
a
Walk
watching
Among
laugh,
Us isn't
isn't it?
there anymore, but I don't know whether that's
Oh,
true
it's
or not.
moved apparently.
Has it moved?
That kid, well, I can't remember his name. He was great. His little face. His little face was a picture.
He was great.
I'm not sure, but
I don't
one
know
of
about
us.
that crying.
This is the
Who
best
did that?
line
One of us
in
blew
the whole
off during
show.
that. I remember
like
there
it.
being a slight funk in the air, and I think it was him. Otherwise, he was fantastic.
Oh,
What's that- well,
Bill
there was a smell.
Bailey playing Bilbo, the comic shop owner.
There's the TARDIS door was supposed to be a joke about the fact that the storeroom was bigger than the shop itself.
Yeah.
Which kind of works.
Which kind of you can see on the shelf there. That mask is the actual mask of the mighty Tharg, who's the editor of 2000 AD.
Which we got from the
which we
real
got
editor.
from the real editor of 2000 AD, who is of course Tharg, kids.
Andy Diggle was
Andy
the real
Diggle.
editor.
And
This is a classic storeroom, I would say.
this is
Boxes,
actually in the same
darkness.
set at Ealing as just across from it was the vent
From episode
set
4.
from episode 4.
Now, I think any reference to Hawk the Slayer and Kral is a plus in my book.
Absolutely.
But
Phantom Menace was 80.
I was going to say, like we were saying in the last episode, I quite like this scene because also it's not. It is a reasonably balanced argument. Like, kind of Bill's points are quite good as well about the Phantom Menace, which I think is funny.
Absolutely. I mean, it was supposed to show the kind of just the extent to which some people kind of got upset about Phantom Menace, of which I was one.
Of which you were the one.
Well,
there
no,
was a-
I think I was among.
I think there was one of many. There was a great
But
report.
I seem to kind of end up shouldering the kind of crusade against it, which is kind of bizarre, really.
You love it.
Because I did, I was a big fan of it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't
There was a
matter.
great report when it first opened in Los Angeles. There was a report of somebody coming out of a quote from an onlooker said somebody coming out of Chinese Man's Theatre or Man's Chinese Theatre saying
It's a very...
saying I've wasted my life was his only comment.
Actually, there's
on
an
the
interesting
Phantom
fact.
Menace.
At the beginning of that scene, when I was looking back in the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of the sofa, I actually found a Scrabble piece, which was a reference back.
Was it genuinely
to episode
there
6. It was genuinely there, and I still have it.
What, a Scrabble piece from when we
From
filmed
episode 6,
Really?
yeah.
In the first series, yeah, when they were
brilliant.
chucking Scrabble around.
Borrow it. You know.
That's amazing. And actually, there was a scene in this as well that we did put in where you found a tin foil covered fork, didn't you? Which
Yeah,
was
and a
purposeful
hairbrush behind
reference
the
to
back of the cooker.
episode 2 of the
But
first
that was
series.
lost, yeah.
Well, this scene was a little.
God, we're so self-indulgent. It's disgusting.
I'd
There
just
is a
like
lot
to,
to add.
Well, that's
You
what
were saying?
that's what you do on DVD,
You are.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Nobody told me.
Well, funny enough, Adam and Joe
You
did
can
a
talk.
Adam and Joe did a sketch about DVD commentaries on their show, talking about people sounding like self-indulgent wankers down the pub.
I think it's just de rigueur.
And a couple of people thought it was a reference to the first series of Space, which I think in a weird way it is.
Oh, but they're our
No,
friends.
I know, I'm kidding. I'd
No,
like to
it was
say
here
hello
that you
to-
found out. I just meant the fact of like kind of dropping in these oblique little references to the first series.
I think
like,
that's nice though.
It is nice. It's there for people who want to spot them, you know. Oh, this is great.
If you listen closely, you can hear the theme tune to Terry and June underneath the.
This
This
is
was
Brian
Here
approaching
he
the
comes.
canvas in
He's got
different ways.
Gollum's again here. Look, coming up there.
I know.
He is.
Well, there he's doing when he's doing that monkey sort of thing. He's kind of doing an ape from 2001 approaching the monolith
That's
in that
right.
kind of fearful way.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
canvas as monolith.
Yeah. Is
Do
that
you
a reference?
remember this
Yeah, it is.
rehearsal at Birkbeck College?
Oh yeah.
This rehearsal of this scene, tense day, if I
I think that
remember.
took about 4 days.
Didn't
Tense day, get the concept of this
Yeah, it was a
moment.
tense day. There were some tense days at Birkbeck, but that's what it was all about. Oh, nice hit.
That was on Holloway Road.
That's what's it called? What is it?
That's
UCL?
the-
No,
it's-
UCL.
it's,
It is
it's-
UCL, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's the university. Is it? Yeah, it is.
UCL on University of North London on
Yeah,
Holloway
University of
Road.
North London. Yeah.
Yeah, which is used later on as well.
Again.
If you notice,
for-
it's featured
No.
but never mentioned. There's actually a little picture of a boy doing a pee in a pot on the bathroom
Oh
door.
yeah.
Yeah.
That granny there.
Yeah.
Fans of Aphex Twin and the video Come to Daddy.
Oh, that's right.
She's the granny who gets
Simon actually
screamed
electrocuted
at.
himself doing this scene.
Oh yeah.
No, there's
on
a
the
funny story
outtakes,
here.
on the outtakes, you'll see Simon on one take got electrocuted by the toaster. Explain why, Peg.
Well, the
Toaster was
for
on.
some reason the toaster was on. It was practical in the middle of a set on, in Ely Studios, and I was neglected. It was neglected information that it was on. Well, that doesn't make sense.
You stuck a fork in it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what happened?
Someone neglected to tell me that the toaster was on. I stuck my finger in it to get a piece of toast out, and it really hurt, shocked me, and I carried on for a bit, and then I had to stop.
We'll show that on the outtakes.
Thanks. Hopefully, it will be funny.
Sorry about your job, Tim.
You got,
And
I've got a
those
bruise on my
blotches on your
forehead
head.
there. Was where in one take I headbutted the worktop several times. And that's what that mark is.
So this is the kind of passion that goes into this show.
Come on, mate.
Absolutely.
Real bruising.
Fired you before.
Bruising.
Reasonable bloke, I'm sure. If you just went.
Oh, let's say about this guy here. The guy playing the other Simon Pegg, the other Tim, was we needed to find a lookalike, and the
Cut to.
Theo, who mentioned a lot in this country, she was in Edinburgh, who plays Amber, who's Niall's sister, Niall the producer, there we go, clear that up. She was in Edinburgh Festival and she spotted somebody that looked like you and nabbed him, and I don't know where he was from, he wasn't from London.
No, but he'd
And
he'd had people say it before, but when I first saw him I didn't think he did, but when he was made up with the bleached hair and everything,
And the beard.
he did, yeah.
He looked like
Well,
you, and he was like you as well, which was even.
He kind of looks like a cross between you and Paul Kay, which is even more kind of freakish, but I did think, I don't know what he quite made of it, because he was plucked out of obscurity.
I know.
Clive Russell there.
Here's the first appearance of Damien Knox, the Harbinger, for later on.
Who was based on a character in the comic, The Preacher, called Star.
His eye was.
Well, the idea of the scar, yeah.
Very special talent, Tim Bisley.
I like the fondling of the fork, I like this joke.
This is a nice little throwaway gag with Tim's latent Uri Gellerisms. Bingo! Bendy. Now this goes back to another thing that Tim always opened Brian's mail. He does it in the first series, and we kind of once again draw indulgent reference to ourselves.
There's an interesting story here about the idea of Brian being a lawyer comes from a friend of ours, an American comedian called Rich Fulcher, who is in the sort of improvisational troupe Modern Problems in Science, and he for the last 10 years has been keeping up, has told his parents that he's still at law school. I say he dropped out of law school 10 years ago, and his mum and dad still think he's a lawyer.
He says he's an entertainment lawyer. He thinks that's how he goes to all these festivals. And
I think
things.
when this sequences was, actually the last sequence was being filmed, I was actually offset picking my nose, which is quite interesting.
Well, you were reading in the mum bit, weren't you?
Yeah.
But that was actually Sally Grace, who played Daisy's mum in the first series, reading the letter.
Was it
Yeah.
playing Brian's mum as well? No,
No, not Brian's mum. What am I talking about?
It was,
somebody.
It was Rowena
It was
Cooper.
Rebecca
yeah,
who played Brian's mum in the series.
So
Sally Grace, who played Daisy's mum, does do the phone conversation in episode 7.
Yeah.
Now, here's JLo. She was brilliant. She was really funny. I had a real problem doing this scene because we kept both laughing.
And this is
guy,
Darren Litton.
He's excellent.
I love the reactions here. It's great.
I love the little clap of thunder as well.
This was also shot in University of North London,
Holloway Road. Yeah.
in their careers library.
I'm sorry, I don't
I
understand.
love his expressions.
Spent
It's
a
great.
whole day there doing this.
Uh-oh.
You can actually see if you look up. It doesn't look much like a job centre.
An open plan job centre. We didn't want to do. The one thing we didn't want to do is an old style kind of social security office like
No,
in Bread, with a sort of
exactly.
plexiglass. We wanted it to be a bit open plan and sort
A
of
bit
like,
modern.
you know.
Why did you leave your last job?
Well, they are all open plan. You open the door and then you just bump into a desk. And there's all these people kind of, randomly wandering around. Not
I
knowing
love
what
the
fuck's
idea
going on.
that
Don't you like it?
he bonds with the woman at the job centre because over the Phantom Menace.
Well,
And
leave this with me.
she gives him special treatment because of it.
Next few days.
Which I think is probably quite unethical, frankly.
She
did we
couldn't
think
wink
about that
properly. Do you
aspect of
remember?
Oh no, well you know what? Sort of like with to use like the job centre signs and stuff, you have to get approval from the DSS or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
What was ours called?
Well, it's called something else because they read the script and they said the fact that the woman gave him money because of the Phantom Menace showed them in a bad light, so they refused. We
Oh,
weren't
that's
allowed to
right,
use
yeah.
job centre signs or call it the DSS or anything.
I love the way large government agencies never have a
There's
sense
a
of
funny,
humour.
actually, we'll talk about that with the loot thing. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that when we get to episode 6.
jeez.
Anyway, Katie Carmichael, in the same dry cleaners as from the first series, which is on Middleton Road in
Looking
Wood
very
Green.
beautiful there,
Missed the
actually.
penis
It's
line.
very
It's my
photogenic.
favourite.
Oh, the penis line's
Gorgeous,
great.
Katie.
You say it. Go on.
I like men who wash their penises. It's a
Okay,
very
that was Julia
important thing.
Deakin.
You like when men wash their penises?
I do. I like it.
Have you seen that on Sky
Well, it
One?
depends what they're washing. It depends what they're washing.
When
wash their
men wash
penises
their
in,
penises
doesn't it, really?
too.
When penis is attacked.
Some of the most exciting footage from the world.
I wonder
of
if there's
penis.
somewhere in
That's
the
a
world
very
where
good-
knob cheese is a delicacy. I don't think so.
Brown suit.
What's a good
Brown
brown suit?
suit.
It's good.
Always
It's
suspect.
Darren
Never
does it.
buy
Darren
a brown
does a
suit,
fantastic-
men.
I love this
Never buy a
suit.
brown suit.
I love this expression here. That's great.
Whey.
I like the way when you go, he says something to you and you go, what? It's just the most pathetic what, it's brilliant.
This is great as well. This was the fabled clip that confused Richard Madeley on this
Oh,
morning.
yeah. Is it a sketch show?
It was
Are the
Judy,
sketches
in
all
fact. She
bolted
said,
together?
I don't understand. So it went down to Saigon. Does that mean that... But surely she couldn't...
Couldn't she have seen Miss
seen-
Saigon?
Yeah.
I just thought, what the hell are we doing here? It was
Richard
just
and
the most
Ju-
embarrassing.
For those who didn't see it, Simon and Jess appeared on This Morning, Richard Judy, and Richard Madeley was on the under the impression that the show was like the Far Show and was sketches
It was a
about
sketch
together.
show.
Which
And as soon as we got on there, it was just like, oh god. I thought it was a nature documentary.
this is Holloway
It's
Road.
a lovely shot.
I love
We
this.
just missed the reflection of us in the window. It's just beautifully set up. Once again by our genius director of Garage.
Thank you very much. Hello. You could. Why don't you? I know this. I love sort of shooting stuff in the kind of on a busy street as well because it's just. I love that. This
Just
is
get
great.
lots of loons,
There you go,
don't
look
you?
at that,
Walking
that's
past
nice.
going, hey!
I love. I like your reference.
Lovely bit of D&T moment there going on with them having a little hug in the street.
Or a bit of OT moment. I don't know.
OT. What?
On my part. A little bit of that
OT.
ham sandwich there.
Now this scene was on
You'll
the
see-
deleted scenes. You'll see the longer version of the scene, which saw Julia looking at Amber's picture and Nick falling over as well.
Now this is actually the beginning of the second half. And
Mike's
there's
moving
the old
out.
"What You Doing" that we used a lot in the first series.
Where does the what
Hey,
you
we
doing?
nicked. See that sword behind Nick's head there?
Yeah.
We nicked that from your front, from your hall the other night.
I don't mind. You can have it.
Oh,
you
no.
can have the other one as well if you want. I've got
Oh,
both
really?
of
That's
them.
so nice, Edgar.
I don't really.
Fight for your toys.
Well-
Don't let the big boys just take them away.
were going
It's not
home, we were
mine
getting a-
though.
we were
I
getting
don't.
a
I don't
cab,
really
we
want
nicked
any Star Trek paraphernalia in my house. You can have the other one.
I don't want it now. You want it. You don't.
Can we
want
say where? Can we say in a very obscure reference? Can we say where what you're doing actually comes from?
it. What you're doing comes from. Is it Bill Bailey?
A BBC Two show done in 1988, which I directed and Simon was in, and it was in a sketch.
Which needs a third, is it third or second series?
Needs a second
It's a
series.
second- it needs a second airing. Let alone.
It was never
It was
shown more
brilliant.
than
It was a
once.
brilliant show.
Serves him right for getting his knackers in a twist.
That's a great line. What fags are you smoking there, Julie?
Having a big struggle.
What they called honey brew or something. Herbal fags. Honeymoon.
Don't give you lung cancer, just burn
Honey
your mouth
mild.
off.
Have you ever smoked properly?
They've got really 70s
No.
packaging, haven't they? Honey mild cigarettes.
Because you smoke well.
I do.
This is that's a shot exactly the same from episode 6 in the first series, the chucking of the cushion.
You think by now we could come up with a few new shots?
I like the referencing, but it's quite nice because when we do something like that, it's literally kind of like saying to the
really
camera crew,
just
saying,
for
"Oh, see," and we usually get the tapes of the old show and just. I think it's nice to have constantly.
Also,
it's more for our own. It's as much for our enjoyment as anyone else.
At that point, it was supposed to illustrate
quite
the kind of.
self-pleasuring.
It was supposed to illustrate the repetition of Tim and Daisy's life. You know, the kind of monotony that they're in the predicament. That was why that scene was repeated. I believe. Am I right?
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Well, we took the opportunity. It made sense.
Fuck you.
What can I say?
That's nice.
We are good with people.
Absolutely.
I know what writers do. You know, they
Just
I
sit
love
and
it.
watch.
jobs in order to make money.
This is
and
nice.
Gain experience.
I like the use of the word fodder here. Now, actually, interesting to note that this is usually what a normal conversation between Simon and Jess looks like.
Yes.
Without
Jess
so much-
laughing, Simon
so much
looking
Simon
bored.
trying not to get Jess.
This was really funny. This bit.
I love this.
Anyway.
Well, you know, everyone does things.
Now, this bit coming up with Mike at the zebra crossing was hilarious to watch being filmed because the kids were having such a laugh.
Now, do you know when you shoot a scene with a guy in the street with a gun, you have to notify the local police.
Oh, really?
So
You
they
have
can
to
come and watch.
so they can come watch and see how
So
the
they can
experts.
come and be jealous. They can come
Actually,
and covet
that
him.
would actually explain what happened to Nick. I'm sure Nick will tell us the story when he comes to do one of the episodes, why he was almost killed by policemen. Hang on for that.
Silent reading, a reference to Silent Running, and
Silent
this
Running,
comic
yeah.
shop is called Krypton Comics on Seven Sisters Road. And what's quite funny about this, we'll talk about that when we get to that later scene. Actually, it's quite amusing about the owner.
Well, yeah, and I wanted to change.
And here's Martin Treneman, who always has reminded me of Bill.
Well, he used to
around
work
the
with Bill a
eyes.
lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great
They're brothers,
stand-up.
aren't they?
He's also been doing some good acting as well. And I always thought if we ever needed a double for Bill, it would be great fun to dress up Martin like him, which we did. And it really works.
Now this is Gemma Padley, who's
She's a
playing.
very great young actress.
Fantastic.
Jess had this great idea of this person in authority being almost half Daisy's age.
I think that's great.
Watch
really
it!
well.
Well, I think it's a really.
Almost being a quarter of Jess's real age, which is of course 37. Now, you don't do that often in the series, do you?
I think we ought to let the magnificent, peerless Gilly Deacon tell us about her hormonal rampage that she goes on now as she tries to seduce various members of the house. How did you prepare for that, Julia?
I had a wank in my dressing room.
Oh God!
Oh!
Oh Jesus!
What an image!
Shit, look at that.
Now I'm gonna have to have one.
God.
I wonder if Nick had a wank in his dressing room before this scene.
Listen,
as
we
well.
all
I
wank
think
in
we
the
can all be
dressing
sure
room.
of that.
Hey. Now
You really
that's
get
supposed
your
to be.
Disappointed there.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
had
but-
red thigh-length boots lined up. They wouldn't let me wear them.
But that was supposed to be. I think
just
you look
wouldn't let it
really,
lie,
really
would you?
sexy, by the way, Julia Deacon. Come here,
No, I
you.
look very
Now, what's this?
wrinkly with.
give us a running commentary on
But
this
that was
scene,
just
Julia.
that was supposed to be
That's
the
my
moment when she
catchphrase. That's my
seduced Brian.
catchphrase. Aren't you gonna invite me in?
Hello, Brian.
Gonna invite me? Doing what?
I love this.
The music in the background is really funny. Oh, that.
Nice to see you.
This kind of reminds me of like an old Play for Today or something.
Yeah, it's a very complete scene.
It's kind of like Brimstone and Treacle or something like that.
You're feeling a little dry. Everything okay?
You virtually have a cigarette. I mean, you do have a cigarette every single time you're on screen, don't you?
Don't know, Marshall.
Yep.
It's never.
90
you
a day
never
when
have
we're
them.
filming.
That's the way it has to be. You could sue.
This is my
LWC
grounding in
If you get emphysema or something.
rep detective dramas, you see. It is.
Are you interrogating him?
I don't know what you mean, officer. Look, I've got.
What, you're playing the interrogating officer.
Yeah, look.
Were you like a Juliet Bravo before your time?
You're like good cop, bad cop rolled into one.
I think you'll find you dried up.
There you go.
You started seeing
Twit.
And that's actually a photograph of Twit from episode 6,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Didn't you coin calling her Twit, Julia?
Yeah.
Wasn't it in the first series?
I think you look like you're gliding towards him for a second there on a skateboard. I think that would have been great.
This,
Like,
one
hovered.
take. This is one take, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, this is nice to
With
do because
complete use of props.
absolutely. Well, usually the scenes are so
You're working
broken
that
up, and
room.
it was nice to do like a really long scene where it was
Yeah.
pretty uninterrupted.
what a dilemma.
Nostril.
Nostradamus. I don't know.
Now tell us about this kind of sort of like a.
Sorry.
Really worried
this little special move you do at the end, Julia.
Well, you told me to creep towards him, and I didn't know whether I could kiss him because you hadn't told me I could. So I thought I'd better improvise.
And Mark,
there it is. There it is. It's actually self-aware, your tongue, isn't it? It came up of its own accord.
But Mark had no idea that you'd done that until he watched the episode back.
Oh,
I love the
look at
idea
him,
that
I love him.
you don't know. You think Marsha's being insidious, but in actual fact, she's being a friend to him.
Yeah.
And
you can hear the 18
the
music here.
Yeah, the 18
I know.
music.
I remember I gave Julia a bit of a tip to actually hold the fag between her teeth, as Hannibal does.
Hannibal style.
And I think, having not ever seen that, you did that remarkably well, I think.
Now, it's a funny thing about this scene, actually, was that when we were filming it in Krypton Comics, the owner, Gary, ironically enough, looked exactly like Martin and Bill. And I think as soon as he saw them both come in
And he was a
makeup,
Babylon 5 fan as well.
I think he liked Babylon 5, but I think he was. I think the word is bemused when he saw Martin and Bill come in costume, which was quite bless him.
And perpetuating
He was
that thing.
He was actually.
I love this.
Wearing shorts, I think.
I love the way Martin snubs him. It's fantastic. It's like real kind of like you can. If you hear in the background, you can hear sort of Vietnam music from the first series.
Yeah, from the
paintball episode.
You notice that Martin and myself have both got Strangers in Paradise t-shirts on as well, which is a comic. No, the author's
Tony
name
Moore.
escapes me. Who helped us out and gave us some stuff, and
great comic.
Very good comic indeed. Yes.
What do you want to talk to me about?
I love this scene.
I love Bill's standoffishness here, and I can't work with him without. We just always have trouble with corpsing, and this was no exception this day. I can tell you. Look at him! Look at him! He's so cute. I just want to cuddle him at times.
I think you both look quite kind of tanned, quite rugged.
There he is again.
He's nice.
He's got nicer hair than me.
What was his name?
Yours looks like an acrylic wig.
Seaman Pog.
Oh yeah.
Mine is an acrylic wig. Jesus, that bleach virtually burnt the hair off my head.
Bill's got nice backlighting on his hair.
He has.
I love the idea that the answer phone's not even plugged in.
I know, that's great.
A battery-operated answer phone that you just carry around.
A slight stretch of the imagination.
It's not the same without you there.
I like Bill's reaction here is nice as well.
I'm already.
It looks has a real acid freak out. Huh?
I mean, I'll come back. Oh.
He has to just calculate that. And the Babylon 5 thing came from the fact that
Babylon 5 is shit.
I'm not particularly a fan of Babylon 5, but I don't think it's shit. I've never rewatched it, but I know that Babylon 5 fans are particularly passionate. There we go. Angry. Now, somebody's coming up that's going to interest you very much. That young lady there is my mother.
Jill Pegg.
Tiny little Jill Pegg, who we jump up and down, watch, she looks back. What was that? Hey, and she's off again.
Bang.
Nice. The
And this
football.
is yet again a reference back to the last episode of the first series.
I've got my own room.
Now there's us in the lounge playing. I don't know what we were playing actually. It was just a flashing light in the TV. You can see Shaggy and Velma in the background actually, which we pick up in
It
six.
said broadsword. Now this next bit
dine out on that joke. One joke.
This next bit was shot in Waterstones in Islington Green, and the shop was still open when we were recording this. And so it was quite, I don't know if you remember, Jess, like the security guard and various customers were wandering about, kind of like wondering what the fuck was going on. But I can't believe they let us film in there when it was open. It was.
And there's Robert
Robert
Popper, that's our
Popper.
commissioning editor.
This is our commissioning editor from
and
Channel
good
4.
friend from Channel 4.
Licky, licky, licky.
Well, he happened to be a friend
wasn't
before
actually
he
the
was
commissioning
commissioning
And
editor.
I think
Actually,
in
when
fact,
he shot that, he
steals
wasn't.
that episode.
He's
was-
very funny.
he is great.
But he suddenly became commissioning editor, and he's still our friend.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff Banks from the Cold Show. Simon, Jess, and Edgar here again, joined this time by Nicholas Frost,
An anus.
who plays Mike, and Anus, who plays Mike.
But oh, what an anus.
Nicholas,
What a
like to
beautiful little
say,
furry friend.
would you like to say hello to the viewing millions?
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be back here on live radio.
Now, this is our RoboCop thing, which is done, I mean, brilliantly, post-production, all the kind of lines on the screen and all the... Actually, if you freeze it and look at the original commands, there's some silly things in there, isn't there? References to
later on,
Bertha
there's
and-
lots of silly references on the graphics to other famous robots.
There,
such
here,
as
just there. There's
Seven
also
Zark 7, Bertha,
Log
Aurak.
crossover.
LOG crossover. And
Killed a lot. Ladies and gentlemen.
Look how hot I am.
Bingo.
Private
Slightly
eye.
hot on the side of the face there.
It's fried gold right there.
Only in the wrong hands, Daisy.
Now this robot was built by our art department, and very amusing it is too. And did you see?
You actually see Robot Wars in the background.
Yeah, Robot Wars in the background.
When we
Just
actually later on did the fight in the car park, a lot of the actual Robot Wars guys were going, "That's like, it's rubbish. It would easily get beaten."
Private Iron's just like a meaty lump of metal with an axe inside.
Yeah. And we actually challenged, funnily enough, we challenged one of them to a battle when it finished and we didn't need Private Iron anymore, and got really fucked up.
I'd just like to say that what we were saying about Gemma's role as like the temping office person, temping agency person, is I really like in this series the kind of the whole running theme of people being younger than them.
Yeah.
Because usually in like 20-something sitcoms, the 20-somethings are cooler than thou and always the coolest people. But I just love this premise that obviously comes back in later episodes that other people are superseding them that are younger
already.
Ladies and
Already.
gentlemen,
In fact,
Mr.
everyone
Edgar
is
Wright.
superseding them.
Everyone is superseding them.
Including other sitcoms. Well, Jess, why don't you talk us through your little grease pastiche here, because you do it very well.
Which was more fun to play?
Hot.
To be honest, both of them are very much a part of me.
She looks very hot
and
there.
I got off doing both of them, frankly, sexually.
You got it for
Uh-oh.
yourself?
Here comes slut.
There she is, pure slut.
I think I'd rather bone good Sandy.
Yeah, definitely.
You rather
You'd
bone
rather
but I think
bone
that's,
good Sandy.
I think that's a phase, and I think that you'll probably change.
I like your little
eventually.
neck
When you're
movement
50
you
and
do.
desperate to get it up somehow, you will go for the leather.
Losing your muck on those big
I can't
petticoats.
believe we're reducing this to boners.
I'm desperate to get it out right now.
Let's do it.
Come on, we need a bit of sex in this show.
Let's roll over it, pretend it's
Simon's
Christmas.
got his hands over his eyes.
I
Oh,
like
I love the little fingers there.
Oh,
Sticking your
there's
V's under
nothing
Gemma.
like to a V sign, is there?
doing the V's
Cheap
at
laugh.
Gemma behind a piece of paper.
Incomparable
We couldn't
marquee.
actually tell Gemma we were doing that because she was too young
Oh,
to understand the concept of V's.
that's handsome
Gemma was
marquee.
brilliant in that scene.
Gemma was great. I kept having to say to her, she had braces, and I kept sort of. It was unfortunate. I kept having to ask her to show your braces a bit more.
Oh.
Because I just thought it was nice to see
I
them
see,
for
right,
the
right,
joke,
right.
but I think she thought I was getting at her.
Who don't
Paul
you
Mark
hate,
Elliott.
Edgar?
Who don't I hate?
You got a lot of hate in you.
There's Paul Mark Elliott there.
Paul Mark Elliott.
Wearing Tom
Nice.
Cruise's suit. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
wearing
And-
Tom Cruise's suit.
And my glasses.
Tiny
Mission
shoulders.
Impossible. I don't actually think Tom Cruise actually wore it. I'm sorry to rain on your parade.
It was it was got for him for Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
People don't have to know that. It could have said. It would have
Sorry,
been good.
Nick.
I like
You're
mopping
quite
up
right.
Paolo Vincenzo's blood as well. That wasn't in the
I
script.
know
that was
Tom
just-
might be watching this. He might have been impressed by that anecdote, and now it's
Now
all
he's
ruined.
disappointed.
He's turned off already.
This is great. This touch with the hearing the children, the sound of a school breaking up, and then them all holding their paintings
They
and
were
stuff.
actually real TA soldiers,
Yeah.
and I don't think they understood quite.
Well,
the
I was
hell
too
we went
scared.
How
through.
to speak or write their names.
I was too scared to ask, because this is a real TA on Holloway Road.
As Reese.
And I was too scared to ask
Fantastic.
them
Jonathan.
to act as little children, so I got Jim the AD to do it
Yeah,
instead.
and they were.
No, they were fine.
We
about
weren't
it.
allowed to go into one of the buildings, were we? Because it would national
Yeah,
security
that's
would
right.
be.
There was a massive missile in
I
there.
don't know what they had in there.
And here we come,
Uh
Here
oh.
comes
War
War
Bastard. This is Roundwood Park.
The
Where is it?
Mandible.
Near Willesden?
Yeah.
it's
This is the
Wilson,
part we
Yeah.
always use,
With
isn't
the
it?
part we always use in space.
Pincers of metal.
Here comes Dr. Shear Smith and
We
Jonathan.
we laughed a lot, didn't we, doing this?
Oh, but Reese's line when he says, "I haven't thought of that," started off in rehearsal as just, "Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that," and then eventually, just through almost like mutation through rehearsal, it became, "I hadn't thought of that."
Well, Reese has this great thing where he kind of like. Reese.
I actually say it to myself on my own just to make myself laugh.
Well, he sort of has this great thing of speaking in tongues, like with Papa Lazaro and like Pam Doos. with, like,
Yeah.
oh God, it's fantastic. He's made such a. I think Reese could possibly be the best guest villain money could buy.
He's great as that. I'm sure if you check the outtakes, there will be a number of us laughing during that period. Maybe not if it wasn't caught.
Good back acting by Nick here. Watch this.
No.
Oh,
it's-
wow.
Fucking hell.
That man's got talent.
That's all I've got.
There's a big speech cut out there, which we'll put back in the deleted scenes.
Yeah, there's a speech that he does about. That he talks
They
to
refer
himself.
to another joke that we had to cut out.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh.
enough of that.
There was going to be a joke in there about that advert for the army recruitment
Where's
advert, Where's
Frank?
Frank? And there was going to be a cutaway of Nick at TA and
With the arrow.
Mike at TA rather, and an arrow everywhere saying, "There's Mike," sort of thing, and then it cut to the end. Anyway, forget it.
But we didn't even do it.
Just forget it, okay? It wasn't in. I love the way Julia puts her tongue in her cheek when she walks off. She's so saucy.
Oh, that's great. We should celebrate. Come on, I've got a bottle of
I don't think.
Port Royal left
I mean,
over
in the same
yesterday.
way that Marsha is never without a fag, Brian is never without some sort of paint spatter on his body.
I know.
Installing yourself.
Tomorrow.
Jess pouring out a
pouring
massive
some
Jack
more.
There's a special part of the audio commentary there.
That's a pint of vodka there for you. Her usual daily dose.
That's why I've gone so quiet. I'm actually paralytic in the corner.
I love this. This is a great joke as well. This that she cannot resist the champagne for longer than 2 seconds.
And you go, hey. Listen.
I love that you're hearing it.
Neo-nachos. If you look at the
Brilliant
swastika-shaped
design.
tacos there.
I thought they
I
were
actually worked
spicy
somewhere
potato
like this,
wedges.
and it was hell.
Could be.
Now this is, before we get on to talking about who's in it, this was Westminster College of Westminster College, and they had a catering department.
Yeah.
These were their kitchens and stuff, which we kind of shot, just in the first
I
week of
remember
shooting.
that was quite a tough day, weren't we?
I remember
it's
I
two
came
days,
in. I
yeah.
wasn't called that
And
day,
that's
but I came in to have a
the
look.
fantastic
Daniel
Tim
Ainsley.
Sampson in
Oh,
the background.
yeah, Tim Sampson playing Chief. Now,
Who's the son of Will Sampson, who played Chief in...
well, the story
In the
about
film.
well, the
Oh,
story
sorry,
about this was that
good.
when we were casting, we'll talk about Daniel Ainsley in a second, but when we were casting this, we couldn't find. Obviously, there aren't many Red Indian actors in this country, and
It's
somebody.
American, Edgar. Red Indian is an old racist term.
I'm sorry, but somebody. The Steppenwolf Theatre Group were over at the Barbican with Gary Sinise doing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and
Tim was
was
playing
obviously
Chief.
playing Chief.
That's
and
right.
so somebody had the bright idea of just getting in contact with him, and he liked the script, and he did it, which was amazing.
He was
It
really
was
up for it.
amazing.
But also here, Daniel Ainsley playing Billy, and Joe Scanlon playing
Both
Tina
with,
stroke Nurse
She's
Ratchet.
great.
Oh, fantastic.
undoubtable aplomb. I mean,
terrifying.
She is brilliant, and Daniel plays this so well. The Billy thing. The other actors as well were really good, but they actually were mad. We got them from an assignment.
I
were-
find
Hence
her
their
voice.
grunting and
What's her name?
Joe.
I find her voice almost hypnotic. I have to kind of shake my head and look away when I.
There's a kind of
hear it
slight
for a
nod
long
to that
She's
sort of
like the
1940s
Medusa.
hair she's got as well.
I love
the
the
chefs as the
the
attendants
chefs are
as well.
fantastic
Very,
in the
very
background.
good.
I think this bit is really quite sinister. Daniel's
Especially
cries
this bit.
are really quite hard.
I like the
I
face
think
he
anyone who's
pulled
actually worked in a kitchen.
or respond. I love your
Look at her clear
expression.
blue
Oh,
eyes.
Oh
she's
my
so
God.
scary.
Joe Scanlon's actually a really lovely person, but now here we go. TFU. Now that is Jason, who did Brahill, who's one of our artists. That's when he was a graffiti artist, I believe. That was his tag. Was the
In
fuckest
Brighton.
uppest in Brighton. Everything was signed. That was his kind of crew. Was the TFU, which stands for the fuckest uppest, which we included in the mythology of the show because as a kind of tribute to him and.
Well, we did when we used TFU. We did
Knox.
have to get the nod from the crew.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have all been marked men.
That's right. Yeah, we could have been shot and blown up.
And there was Clive Russell as Knox again, obviously.
Yeah, but
Now
that is,
this,
that is a true. You might see that if you're around Brighton. Look out for the TFU if it's still about.
Hard crew, hard crew.
Hard crew, man.
Jess, talk us through your fantastic Philippa seduction. It's like
I
it's
think
like
that's a much better impression, frankly.
it's an encyclopedia of ticks
It's not
right
actually
here.
meant to be an impression. It's more meant to be
Her
a kind of-
flirtatious manner.
Yeah, it's meant to be a sort of parody of the way in which they sexualise robots, which I don't think they do quite as well in the new series. I have to say, I think Philippa really managed to get a lot of sex out of a piece of metal.
Well, we had to because when we were filming this, Philippa dropped
We had a
out.
laugh doing this, Jess. We kept giggling doing this bit because it
I
was
know,
so
it's
silly.
sweet.
Lifting up the axe and going.
You are,
"Ah."
aren't you? You are cracking up a little. Now, where are you cracking up a little bit, Simon?
all over the place. I'm the worst. Look at the lines around my eyes. It's terrible. I'm so old.
Laughter lines.
But but the reason we had to put in the line about her maternity leave is obviously when we were filming it,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Philippa Forrester left Robot Wars, and who took over? Julia Reed or somebody?
I think she's
She wasn't
good.
quite.
but
She's
I-
great, but she wasn't quite as iconic as Philippa in terms of the
Well,
show.
because
I'm
she,
sure she will.
she probably will be.
Yeah, she will be.
This was shot at 5 in the morning on one of the last days of filming, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I actually asked him if he wants a pint of whiskey there, which is why he laughs. You listen really carefully, he goes.
Oh, there he is.
There's the dark side.
Reese and Jonathan. If you listen closely, I don't know if you can hear it, you probably see it on the subtitles, but Reese says the line, "You're no better than Big Track."
With the 80s fabled remote control.
But he did a lot of
sci-fi
other
tank.
improvising, including sort of like
It was Bigfoot, not Big Truck.
No, big
Big
track.
Track.
Oh, you don't mean Bigfoot, the big.
No, Big Track.
It was like a remote control space tank. Now, what are you singing here, Nick?
What am I singing?
Blind Date.
Blind Date. Oh,
For no apparent reason.
What's going on?
Oh, shit.
You can see my funny ear there.
She sacked her for that. Yeah.
It's,
Hello.
I like this bit. Do you remember we wanted to have you, when you were doing the tit thing, to have like great big... Like,
To actually
twirl.
leave them there
Yeah.
actually
Well, I
on
think-
the t-shirt. It doesn't
What did
quite
it say in
work.
the script? The pinched remnants
Pinched
of her
remnants
of her comedy
nipples.
breasts.
That's it, wasn't it?
I think that's
Pinched
what was written
remnants
down
of
there,
comedy.
yeah.
You'll be downstairs today.
I like sort of his Billy here. Daniel is hilarious. Just he looks really worried about you.
I think this is a lovely... there was
Actually,
a
somebody
possible
said this. What
romance
happens
going on
with?
there.
Where does Daniel go? Do you know what I mean? Like, where does Billy go? Why don't Billy and Daisy?
Well, they
go
could
on
have
a
been. I
date?
mean,
Well,
everyone-
they have a date in the pub, don't they?
Everyone in the show, every character in the show, be it if fantasy or reality, got their end away. But
I didn't.
I
I
love
think
the.
you did. You were in bed with Marsha.
I like the
True.
lighting.
Daisy
on
was
this
in bed
bit.
with Dwayne. I got off with Lucy and Marsha. Brian got off with Twist.
This is Aubrey playing
Apart from
Harris.
He was
Aubrey.
very good.
Very
as well.
nice little
This is sort of actually loosely based on the
little guy.
man who lived at the bottom of the tanker in. I hesitate
Waterworld.
to say it. Waterworld.
That's right. That's really good.
We're not above referencing Waterworld.
That's a great
Even
track,
bad films get referenced. Mind you, that was the best bit in a bad film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant when the match goes down.
Balls of Canada in the background there. It's a great album. Music has a rights to children.
This was shot in Ealing. This was one of the sort of adjacent studios to our set.
With your requirement. I don't. I'm going to pop out for a while.
That character was. If you've seen, there's a film called Office Space. Gary Cole plays an office manager who just doesn't listen and speaks in kind of drawly voice.
Really
and
unctuous.
Unctuous kind of yes, great, okay, kind of thing. And he was almost, I would say, the inspiration for that character. Not quite though. Because I wouldn't say it was a reference. Because the
A sort of generic, art dealer who really doesn't know much about art, but's actually more interested in the money he can make.
Absolutely.
He's dressed up as sort of a bit like Jay Joplin, that art dealer guy.
Yeah.
This
is my second. Well, in fact, this is my parallel. My
Watch
favourite.
this. Here we go. Brilliant.
Well, that bit or the next bit, the fetch me my
That bit.
tools.
And the end.
I've got a Bones cap on there, which is a very good make of skateboarding.
I think we all have to say this now.
In time.
Find a way.
Oh yeah, this is it. It was a bizarre kind of intonation that came out in one take, but we laughed so much after he did it that we kept it in.
Here we go.
Here we go. Timmy,
Fetch me my tools.
I do a good catch.
This is nice.
look, laugh, flex. Show's over.
Fried gold.
Hang on.
Fuzz Tanzan. There we go. I love Mark's resolve, followed
Spits out
by
the
Jess's face as well with the looking at the look at this. Look at it.
Like Linda Hamilton in T2 there.
Erotica.
And you've got your cap on
I've got
backwards,
my-
your welding hat.
I've got my welding hat on backwards.
I loved it.
Go with
This
my
was
cap.
obviously something, a montage like this was probably shot on 30 separate days.
Yeah.
And all, sort of jigged together later
We're
on.
still
but
shooting it now.
We're still shooting it right now in the
Mark's
out
gagging
the
his
road.
thumb. Scrubbing the pot. But this was kind of supposed to be, in the script it was kind of like an A-team sequence.
Style,
like
yeah.
Like
But
a
we-
fixer-upper. But we kind of
We
like
kind
the
of
idea
expanded and grew
Yeah.
into something else.
What's Mike found in that
Now
pipe?
those two yellow boiler suits, that's actually a reference to a film called Bottle Rocket starring Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson that we are big fans of, and they spend the last half of the film dressed in yellow boiler suits. I remember
really
saying to Annie Harding, the costume designer, listen, I'd really like to get hold of some yellow boiler suits, and that afternoon they were hanging up in the costume truck, which is just a proof of what a brilliant
If you-
Annie, we had the
costume
best
designer she is.
crew. Everyone was fantastic. Annie Hardy, she's brilliant costume design.
Nice shot of Nick lighting my spliff with the
That
crack
guy
on.
loved my. He was actually an officer in the TA, and he loved my salute. I was trying to snap him off.
I hate that when we do that thing with our hands. Yeah, we're ready. With my gut sticking out my jeans.
Oh, I like the two looks here are really nice. Joe's looking.
You
you're
actually
like-
notice I've got
This
a
is a
lump on my forehead.
Great shot of you,
during
Jess,
this
here.
episode.
Oh, this is a real movie.
I like this. Look at this shot here.
There.
Yeah.
And you can see I've got like a Hulk lump on my forehead, which
What was
I
that
actually.
from?
Yeah, you banged your
I
head,
was
didn't you?
drunk trying to get into a cab and open the door on my head.
Don't tell the folks you get drunk, Jess. You'll disillusion a lot of kids.
I was drunk on Pepsi.
On booze. Look at their. I love their shitty little mugs they've got as well. Just as like supposed to be a real macho
It's
toast.
so
with a
cheesy. that
terrible
one.
little mug.
Saluting the jugger.
Now it's funny actually to talk about this in a sec with Brian's bit. Is this was a sort of point in some of the reviews of the second series where people started to read too much into the references, and because obviously like references to Cuckoo's Nest and Robocop and stuff, some enterprising reviewers and a very nice review as well thought that I think some of this stuff was a reference to Blow Up and Performance and sundry other things. It's just quite amusing.
Well, we just tried to thought of a kind of a sort of, you know, a very basic, simple.
What I'm saying is that
concept
people
for an art installation.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of about isolation, and that was.
I think it's kind of fun in a way that you can dip into the show and pick things, but in some way it robs of us of any kind of originality, you know.
But also it backfires on us because then we. I
love this look from Jess. Sorry.
We have to play the same guessing game as the audience, because if we read a review like that when they say performance, we think, oh, I have to watch Performance again. I wonder what that bit was. So
I'm sure you wouldn't want to leave me in the lurch, would you? So
obviously, I think people, you know, with this episode, this has probably got the most movie referencing in it. This one, though, but
it's the most broad. The first draft of this episode actually had Daisy kind of didn't really triumph in the end. She sort of she tried to rally everyone around, but they weren't strong enough to go with her, and it kind of ended up being a bit dour. So
we changed it. Nice the way we changed it. I think
it's more, you know, it's nice to see.
It's more up.
A couple of people,
upbeat,
I've read a couple of things on the net about people saying, oh well, you know, they're not losers anymore, and it was always good when they were losers. But I just think, oh, shut up.
That's probably... Was that a formulated response to critics? Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
I like this, though. I like the kind of... Because it's that scene where Jack Nicholson finds out that he's not voluntary. And he can't leave whenever he wants.
And everyone else is.
No, they're robots!
That was just to hammer home the point. We did a great little thing which didn't actually really work, which was when Mike drew his aerial onto Dexter. He got some ketchup on his chin, and when he answered, he looked at it and licked it, and then spoke. And
on Enter the Dragon when
the fucking plum. Now that's a nice line.
As my brother is playing one of Dexter's cohorts, you've kind of missed him now. He was on the left.
He looks like Senator Cochise.
He looks like Dewey from Scream.
Yeah.
Because he's like another version of Mike. He's got yellow glasses and a moustache, and I also said he was like the silver 3PO from the beginning of Star Wars. Another version of a good character. See the chip there?
Well
done.
Now, this was shot in...
Mark Morris and the Blue Tones.
David Beckham there.
The Blue Tones are among the cast because we're mates with the band and stuff, and they wanted to appear...
He found it quite difficult to hide his disappointment, I have to say, when he saw the episode and realised that actually...
They said to me they were going to get their revenge on me because they're recording some tracks in it shortly, and they said that they were going to get me to come down to the studio and stand in the studio for 12 hours and then only use half a second of it because I made... Well, pretty much we were shooting for the whole day, and as you can imagine, people with their tops off.
A rat-filled,
rat-infested.
Let's say hello to Kevin Cecil there, who came along to be our...
He's a writer.
Our MC is a writer.
We weren't allowed to eat anything on that, or drink anything on that day because of the rat's piss.
Because of Vile's disease.
We were warned by its health and safety.
It's actually an NCP
This is actually
car
a lot of
park.
my... There are my family and friends. Look,
I've seen you here before, haven't I?
Oh, point them out, Jess. I wasn't
point
there.
them out. Look, that's my cousin. That's my cousin Robert in the background.
On
there.
the right.
There, just above his eyes. That's him on the side.
I own the gallery.
Oh.
Who was the one you were trying to set up Edgar with?
That's my friend Elaine. There's Elaine. There's the back of Elaine.
Yeah, which one were you trying to set me up with? I want to see.
Now that
and that's Charlotte there in the back. You can see her head.
Which one of these are single?
The dual-handed wine glass thing is, of course, a reference to Harvey Keitel in Reservoir Dogs.
What? No, it's bullshit. Oh, shut up.
I'm joking.
No, shut up. Textbook.
Shit up.
Shit up.
Now, an interesting, as we mentioned before, we actually, because we needed some more robots and we couldn't afford to build loads of robots, we got in touch with A, the makers of Robot Wars, and B, one of the Robot Wars websites, and got lots of actual contestants to come and bring down their robots. So a lot of the crowd, as well as sundry mates and the Blue Tones, are actual ex-contestants from Robot Wars.
If you're really, really eagle-eyed, you might pick up Graham Lowe, who was in the beginning of episode 3, series 1, playing the guy in the pink jumpsuit.
Episode 6?
Episode 6, sorry, the first series.
Who's my best friend.
If he comes on, we'll
you just missed him, actually. There he was, he's gone.
I can see Moby. I can see...
Moby was there. Moby dropped in.
Beckham.
I can see
David Beckham was there.
That guy was hilarious.
I just saw Nick Hancock. I'm not sure.
This was such a laugh.
You saw Nick's Hancock? Like a cock.
What was so funny when we actually shot this, though, is that we didn't actually, for various reasons, we didn't get round to shooting the actual robot battle right until the end of the day.
There's the blue tones on the right. The whole band.
But the extras really got into it, didn't they, when they actually started fighting?
Your brother really laughing.
My brother's pissing himself.
Oh.
That's my brother laughing there.
I've had people asking me if I've actually had a baby because of the stretch marks on my tummy.
Now,
we had some of the guys from the website as well. Daniel from the website was there that day, I seem to remember. And,
can you explain your twin tattoos?
No, well, we both have tattoos, but they're different tattoos. It just happens that they're both encased in a sun symbol. I have dog written on my arm, and Nick has a sort of Celtic sign.
Mine means egg.
Now, sort of Thunderbird 2 style rockets with TFU inscribed on them.
Yeah.
Proper Doctor Who style explosion as well.
You can't really see it, but Reese's at the end of Reese's aerial is splayed.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon. When I hug Nick like that, I feel warm.
I feel your warmth.
What can I say?
Look, that's my mum. There's my mum. She just went through the back.
She was wearing some kind of gold lame number.
Yeah,
She's better
man.
looking than you.
Oh, that's a fair comment.
I didn't mean it, doll.
No, it's true, man.
I did mean it.
Look at Julia's drunk acting.
She's
Look
so
at her
drunk.
drunk acting in the background.
She is drunk as a skunk.
That's actually Mark's
Aren't you,
blood.
Julia? I
My
can see you.
friend Siobhan is actually answering the phone that's ringing in the background as well. I have to say she was there. And my friend Stephanie.
Shiv?
And
Steph.
Shiv
Although
was there.
that phone's the one that's playing on the tape recorder there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Mark's laughing.
She's been answering it.
What noise is that?
Where
that
is
you use when it
Siobhan?
hits
She
the
should
deck?
have, you know,
What, the
you know
what?
I mean? I brought her in for the day.
Just a big
but
old
that's me.
thump.
It's a great sound effect. And whenever I've had a name like, Bump Number 7.
Come on.
It's funny with Tim doing his bit. It felt really weird because obviously Tim Sampson, obviously being the son of Will Sampson from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I'm not gonna do this.
It felt so odd having to direct him when he's been doing the play on stage for a whole year.
Watching his father do it.
Watching his father do it, and
25
then
years.
having to ask him to stand in the back like a sort of a lemon with a mop and stuff. I felt kind of quite bad about that, but he was obviously he was brilliant as he was.
I came into the lose that day and you were just laughing.
Look at the reactions from the all the kind of extras here.
They were so brilliant.
They were really good. They were really into it. Really good. And one of them had even watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest again before coming along for the day.
Because
he realised
one of them was quite strange.
That guy on the right.
On the right, he believed in bigamy.
Really?
Yeah, he believed in
he had a
multiple
strange
wives.
belief system, didn't he? He wouldn't take paper. If you gave him something, he wouldn't hold paper and he wouldn't answer the phone either. Absolutely true. I'm not kidding.
Did he practice bigamy on the set?
Yeah.
No, he's
He
qualified
tried
man.
to. I tell you what.
I love this.
He
I love
married
this
4
music
members
in
of
it.
the crew.
Guy Pratt, who's our music guy, did this.
I love the
sweet.
guy. Pratt. This is your favourite ending, isn't it?
It's majestic. It's beautiful.
And
Favourite ending of any film?
Of anything I've ever watched ever.
Absolutely.
Back in the
Well,
day.
one of the best films.
What do you say here that makes you laugh?
Victory.
Here you go.
And this is obviously like the sort of the Zithers type score is like the
Supposed to be
One
like
Flew Over
the
the Cuckoo's Nest
end,
score, isn't it? I like Harris talking to Brian. What are they talking about?
Everyone's come together.
And the Juicy Fruit gag here as well.
Juicy Fruit.
Anybody who hasn't seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
He was
please
also
rent it
in
now.
Northern Exposure.
Actually,
Tim,
you might
which
find
is
it
one of
quite
our favourite
difficult. I was,
programmes.
much to my dismay, which is sort of part of the inspiration of this, I went to a video shop and they did not have it in stock.
That's ridiculous.
You should get it free next time.
That is
Kill all
that is
humans! Hello.
I'm Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic.
I'm the Human Torch, Flame On.
I'm Sue Storm, the Invisible Girl.
And I'm Ben Grimm, alias The Thing. And we are the Fantastic Four. Hi. Not really.
Not really. Simon, Jess, Edgar, and
It's Mark Heap speaking.
Mark Heap speaking.
Mark Heap,
Yeah.
who plays the part of Brian
Oh,
in
sorry, I thought you were
Space.
asking me something.
And of course, here is the wonderful Lucy Ackhurst.
AKA
playing the new
Servalan from Blake
character
7.
Sophie.
We all thought she looked like Blake's nemesis.
Yeah, kind of like sort of somewhere between Rachel from Blade Runner and Servalan from
Was
Blade
that lighting's
7.
very flattering to the complexion? We have to remember.
She's got a very lovely complexion, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, not bad.
Jason Murray.
Would we say Porcelain Beauty?
No, Anna Wilson-Jones is Porcelain Beauty. We've got to think of something new for Lucy.
What's she kind of like?
What would it be? Sort of,
Shinier face.
Sleek Wonder Girl.
Come out of the office.
Demure.
He had blonde
Smouldering,
Everbutte.
I would say. Smouldering.
Smouldering. The smouldering presence. Now, this unseen voice and face is Clive Russell. The fabulous Clive Russell, who you may also have seen in many things, including Happiness.
Happiness with you, wasn't
With
he?
you
Yeah.
in it as well.
He's a great fella.
Look at him.
He had 2 eyes in Happiness.
This is the first time you see Damien. You've seen him in 2 episodes, kind of alluded to.
Episodes 2 and 3.
Episodes 2 and 3, you see kind of mention of him as Tim's kind of Tim's fear of his own, where he's shitting it.
This is music by the Sons of Silence here, which is really sweet.
I love the way we go into the. Now that wasn't all entirely on the camera, wasn't it? That was part
Some
of
it was done in the
online.
edit. It's what's called a post-production effect. Thanks.
There we go.
Isn't that called flanking?
Flanking. He's making it up now.
Now there's Clive again. I remember that morning I was really on the ball. As opposed to now, I'm pissed.
No. What's the matter? Why are you scrimmaging around? You're making me nervous.
Scrimmaging.
Nice to get a nod into Trisha there as well.
Yeah, it's nice to mention Trisha. Although Steve Pemberton
I got there before us.
got this with the flicking off to Trisha.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Flicking off to Trisha.
Oh,
sorry.
Julia admitted to having a wank before. You missed that.
Yeah, Julia was talking about wanking.
Oh,
this is a far more altogether. It's a gentleman's commentary.
Was she pissed?
No, she wasn't. Actually. This was before lunch.
Now
this is a thudding going on upstairs, which is
maybe it's Marsha.
Oh, now here we see the fabled Marsha Mike union,
what's Mike
which some people
reading?
have thought was real.
Mike's reading Lace too.
He is. And Mike's smoking a pipe as well. And obviously we're led to believe that later on Julia would be smoking Mike's pipe. I mean Marsha. I mean, shut up.
I quite like it. In Marsha's flat there are a lot of props which you kind of not seen very well. Like there was on the bedside table was Lace 2 and The Betsy by Harold Robbins.
Ah, of course, a
Very
great
nice.
novel. You've read that, haven't you?
Shum, trying to watch.
Shum. Shum. So here we go into the bed. No, we did
now
this.
in the first series it was Gillian Anderson, wasn't it? And then she was superseded by the
Is that because she wouldn't,
delightful
she
Sarah
wouldn't
Michelle
appear?
Gellar.
Yeah, it was because she didn't want to be in the
You're
first
being
series.
grumpy and sulky with
Yes, I'm grumpy, sure.
Okay.
But I thought Buffy was a little bit more
contemporary
and fairer face.
And fairer face.
I think.
What's she doing?
Yet again, Jess, you've got a great look in this episode. The gown,
starts
the
off
t-shirt.
with jammies.
Jammies is good.
You did have a good wardrobe. You had a nice set of, sort of retro t-shirts and
nice gown.
And you got a lot of time in makeup as well.
Good yawn action here. Fit. And of course, here we have.
Welcome back,
Simon,
Mr. Michael Smiley.
Oh,
as Tyres.
Now, isn't that on the other hand, this is Michael's own gear, isn't it? Didn't he bring his
This is
his
part
own
of his
cycling
own.
gear
Yeah, this is part of his own.
from his courier days?
Yeah.
Michael Smiley, who's a stand-up comedian and once flatmate, long-term flatmate of Simon.
And once
I've slept in his bed, haven't I?
slept in his
And
bed.
fantastic actor and writer as well.
This is on the first DVD. There's a great outtake of Michael struggling with a speech, just because we made it as difficult as possible for him.
Real tongue twister.
And we did it again, and I think you may find on this DVD
exactly
a
the
similar
same kind of thing.
with him trying to say whatever Josh Wink's Higher State of Consciousness, which is my favourite dance track ever, the Acid Tweaking Funks mix.
What is she, some sort of...
I remember Nick and I taking an aspirin and in his front room and having what we call a quiet rave.
I'm actually reading Dark Star comics there. There's a reference there to Dark Star.
I bought
David's
Boards of
reading
Canada
comics.
recently.
It's great, isn't it?
It's good, yeah.
Music has the right to children.
Back to the show. Keep it
Keep it real.
You did a
Keep it
fucking
real.
5-minute monologue on Tomb Raider last time. Jesus.
Alcohol makes him testy.
Can I just throw in that the Dark Star comics cover was done by Jim Murray?
Jim Murray, of
probably
course.
I think the only bit of artwork he did on this series because he was a bit busier. Jason did the rest of it.
And Dark Star Comics, of course, is, I suppose, inspired by the film Dark Star, John Carpenter, which
And
is
Dark Horse Comics.
And Dark Horse Comics, yeah, it was the
That's obviously a little return
another
to
indulgent self-reference.
Well, or an allusion to the fact that
Look at it now. If I was a person watching it, I'd think,
Tyres is a kind of compulsive weekender
Listen to
and
this.
Wednesday as well, and takes a lot of ecstasy.
Have a
Have
banana.
We like that.
No, it was a really hot day that day, and I was really tired, and I had real sweat patches under my arms. And actually, in post,
Only on that day, I think not.
well,
No,
you
what
know,
I was going to say was that we
but
actually
they
a couple of
actually
times we
painted
painted
my
out.
sweat patches out because
Vain.
well, no, just because there was continuity because
Oh,
some
is
shots.
it?
This
Okay.
is my.
Yeah,
I'm
back
actually doing
off.
the voice
Okay.
of Cher on this video.
Oh yeah, if you listen closely, you can hear Jess
gives a
doing
fuck?
Cher's Thong for Europe.
Nice outfit.
Lots of top comedy fitness gear here.
Now there's Nick's and Mike's tattoo, we also had this idea that Mike had that done the night he went clubbing.
Yeah.
The fact is, tattoos are notoriously difficult to cover up and are always more conspicuous when it's just like a dark blob on someone's arm, so he just kept it, as with mine as well, because it just seemed like just too much bother to cover him up.
Nice, look at all
so
the
we invented a backstory and that's it. Fuck it.
No, I shouldn't do sport of any kind.
Lots of nice detail in Marsha's flat. You don't really... They did such an amazing job on it, and obviously you don't often see the entire thing because it's kind of swathed in darkness. But there's loads of lovely little things going on.
Swathed in darkness.
Swathed in darkness. That's my motto.
You should be a writer.
Right where I am.
Wait a minute.
I love this scene.
Where's what?
There was a picture on the sofa.
No, this was
No.
the end of the day one day and the beginning of the day the next
Have you
day.
actually noticed that? Sorry. In the background, all the they've searched so hard that all the paintings are actually askew as well.
Do you know what Rudy, the art director? I don't think maybe he wasn't here this day, but when he watched this episode go out, he said, "Oh my God, that picture was so wonky." I said,
know.
"Yeah, it's because they trashed the room." And he was a bit mortified that we'd done that and left it like that. I love that joke. Here we go.
Here we go.
In my portfolio.
What?
I was just trying to help.
Yeah, well, that was a picture of a man who was just about to decide.
Nick looking at
Nick
his,
is-
Maradona Gone to Seed was the title of the look. Very good.
Nick has got some fantastic lines in this episode.
It's interesting actually. Nick couldn't actually stay today because he had to go off somewhere, but he was going to tell a story about our house was raided by the police because he was taking the gun home that he had to learn how to dismantle, and someone saw the nozzle of it poking out of a bag. And within 40 minutes, Nick was sat on the sofa at home, and 8 armed police officers entered the lounge, held him up at gunpoint, searched the house, found 4 more guns, some porn, and some pot. And,
4 more replica guns.
And a woman tied up in the basement.
And Nick had been having a little jazz fag, and ended up being. They didn't take any notice of it whatsoever. Here he
Who's
comes.
this? Who is it, Mark?
He nearly wet himself.
It's Brian.
Just thought you might like to come for a run.
Ah.
Might ease your
How did you feel in this suit, Mark?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Wearing it seems wrong.
Totally wrong.
Can you talk us through the rest of the scene, Mark?
No. I think you kind of missed the line about you don't treat me as a whole. Gets a bit lost. Do you
A
think?
friend of mine said that was his favourite line from the episode, so he heard it.
Oh, well done.
I think you're brilliant. Can I just say, without embarrassing you, I think your performance in this episode, as opposed to the others, is brilliant.
'Cause I think you're not very good in the rest of it.
I don't like my teeth.
But you've got lovely eyes. There's so much going on behind your eyes.
What's an eye without teeth to back it up?
What's an eye without a tooth?
I think you've got... Now, we must mention
Here
here,
we go.
obviously...
Welcome to the fold, Ms. Olivia Williams.
I love this bit. This is with.
This is a reference, obviously, to the traffic jam scene in Sixth Sense. And Katie Carmichael, who plays Twist, was in a film with Olivia Williams called
We're great friends.
Dead Babies. And she happened to mention that she liked Spaced. And so we then sort of got in touch with Olivia Williams to get to do a little cameo. And we had to get in touch with the director of The Sixth Sense. Over to you, Simon.
Olivia wrote a letter to M. Night Shyamalan saying, because she got into trouble for writing her diary when she was doing The Postman, that appalling film, Kevin Costner, and didn't want to get into trouble again, so she wrote...
Olivia Williams has
I didn't
been
think actually
doing The
that was
Postman.
that bad.
She don't say that. And she wrote a letter to M. Night Shyamalan, and we sent him the script, and he said, yeah, it's fine, go ahead. So we were able to incorporate... That's interesting, actually. That scene there, Brian's name, Top, was spelt wrong on the door. No, it actually said Brian.
It said Mr. Top.
Mr.
Brian
Top.
Top. No, Brian Top.
No, because in the first episode, they say Brian's not on the
It
doorbell.
said Brian Top on the door and we had to change it.
Yeah, so we had to change... No, this is a good fact. I mean, you can snort. I mean, I know you're pissed, Jess, but...
This
give
is
it a
the
rest.
attention to detail when you're out of the room.
They don't want to hear about your...
Look at you,
what do you think?
drunken
Let's equate, shall we?
fool.
Look at my legs, and then here's a good fact about the show. What do you think people want to listen to?
Listen, do you know what I mean? If you can't work it out, then you're a fool.
And we missed.
We missed...
You haven't introduced
Oh,
lovely
you are so
Rowena, my
wrong.
mother.
I know.
You see?
Who did we not introduce?
Well, Rowena.
It just
Rowena, of
My
course.
mother.
It just wrote...
Well, that's up to you. Do you know what I mean? That's
Well, I
why
couldn't
you're
get a
here.
word in, could
Get
I?
a move on. Wake
So,
up.
Lathering on.
Rowena, who plays Mark's mother quite
This was-
beautifully. You'll
She's
see her in
a
a
very
later
nice
scenes.
lady. We did crosswords together.
You did. I noticed you know.
This was an office building
You
in
got off with her,
Hammersmith.
didn't you?
Yeah.
And Simon, you...
Oh, come on.
you
Why do you have to resort to all the snogging jokes?
I banged my
You
leg.
actually
I
notice
did this.
Simon snogs almost every female.
You should see on the
cast member
outtakes me landing on the crash mat, but on one I kind of fell off the crash mat and jarred and hit my leg backwards.
Right now.
I was actually in a lot of pain for the next day when we did all the stuff running away from Knox.
You're all right now. Then.
I'm all right now. Yes.
You did your usual thing of not telling anybody that you'd hurt your leg?
Yeah. Well, if you tell someone, then you know. First AD would have got worried about me and stopped filming, and I'd have to go and see the nurse. So I thought I'd just battle on through.
Nurse Morag.
Nurse Morag Webster.
We all did a lot of that, I think, battling on.
Well, we didn't have time to be
was.
ill or hurt. You know.
Hurt.
I'm a hard taskmaster in that
Is
respect.
that James or Jason's?
Both, Jim and Jason. That's their portfolio stuff.
Now we're coming up to
This is a nice little bit.
a hell of a shot.
I like
It was
Nick's
really
so
windy
funny.
this day. I was freaking out because it was the end of the day. It was getting dark. We needed to finish.
I know.
This is it. This was an afternoon of such fun. You wouldn't believe the amount of effort that went into this.
It's so ridiculously
That took
loud.
about 4 hours to film.
So loud, unbelievably loud.
There's Rosemary, aka Mickle Smiley. Those are
Walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkies that we'd mentioned in previous episodes.
This was filmed in
Roundwood Park. Again.
Roundwood Park in Willesden, in the little cafe in the middle of the park.
So they did actually have proper drinks and things and cappuccinos. And...
They must have got flat
this
quite
is,
quickly.
Rowena.
That extra's doing some good work in the background there.
So, how is it?
There's Rowena. Look at your steely grey eyes there, Mark.
Yeah, but look at the teeth.
I'm not looking at the teeth, I'm looking at the eyes.
No, look at them. Look at them.
Well, fashion is big business these days, Brian. I mean,
I like
It
this.
was quite rainy that day. Do you remember that little boy? What's he called? Lloyd, who attached ourselves to us.
I love
when we were
that.
filming
Oh,
there.
yeah, Lloyd.
Oh, he was so sweet.
He didn't have a home.
Yeah, he was locked out of his house all day by his mum. He was so sweet.
I love the kind of the need in your eyes, Mark, to tell, but just not being able to. And look at that, lovely. Oh, yeah.
what is it?
She's very
No,
sweet.
bless.
It's a great scene. I really like that scene.
What is it?
This is
Mike Haley.
Mike Haley.
He's a great stand-up and came along to do some acting for us.
Well, I was just thinking, right, I'm going to make long toothless outside.
And Smiley doing a bit of his shtick.
Ain't what it used to be.
He was actually a cycling courier for a
He
period
was.
of his life.
Smiley is
Michael
tired,
Smiley.
really.
To myself, I really
And in the background, you can see Sally Phillips from Smack the Pony reading the paper.
Can you?
Tell you what,
No,
That's not true.
get in there quick. That girl's going stateside. She is.
Now here is
Two
a
Emmys.
very obscure reference to Taxi Driver,
name's Henry Crinkle.
Oh yeah, the whole Henry Crinkle thing.
the Secret Service scene, and look, they're squeaking along in the background.
There's
Look
us.
on
We
the
didn't
floor.
make that squeaking noise. That was put on afterwards. I like the way the
This was really good fun doing
cuts
this.
of this.
Julia really seemed to enjoy inflicting. Oh, she really kicked me then.
You can see the guy on
Now
the
I go
scooter there
again.
in the background. That's Steve Coogan. Bob Bloody King.
Blob,
Mr. Bloody
Mr.
Blobby.
Blobby, Mr. Who do you think you are, Mr. Blobby? That's not the real lines.
No.
Frustrated as ever.
No.
Are we ever going to meet my dad then? And,
Your dad? Yeah, I'd like to actually. I like the
Yeah,
whole
what's
idea. that-
your homophobic dad?
But it's not so much that. I mean, they are old-fashioned, but it was the fact that his dad is actually interested in art, but because of his own sort of, masculinity, he couldn't tell his son, and his son ended up not being able
well,
to
he's
tell his
probably, maybe he is gay, my dad.
dad. Your dad is gay, not you. He's a full-on scene raver.
Yeah.
What is it?
In fact, let's have. No, Mike's dad's gay.
Oh, okay.
We had that in the biographies. Mike's dad's gay.
I was born ready, Timmy.
This is a Red Snapper, this track. Slinky.
That 4 on the door there is a reference to Thunderbird 4.
That's bullshit.
I'm just getting bitter now.
Why are you getting bitter?
That car's a reference to some other cars. This
I
is
like
great
this.
fun.
I
Now,
love
I had a
mixed
bad
around
leg
there.
now, and you can see because my trousers keep falling down and my bum appears, and I couldn't pull them up.
What's that got to do with having a bad leg?
Nothing.
Joking.
Just because it's difficult to explain. I was in a lot of pain. It was easy to let my
It
trousers hang
actually
off
looks
my
like you're
arms.
If
holding
your leg
your
hurts, your
goolies in
trousers
place
fall down then.
Yes.
when you run along.
No, I'm holding my walkie-talkie in because it kept falling off.
I can't believe this, Brian.
This is in Victoria Park?
Yeah,
in,
this is
East
actually
London.
That's right, actually. The cafe scenes were done in Roundwood Park, but the rest of it, this bit and the whole later bit was done in
And I detest
Victoria
people who
Park.
don't clean up after their dogs, can I say?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a message from Mark Heap there. Clean up your poop.
So you're an
I like this scene, it's so sweet. Yep. Of course, we get
I
maximum.
love the way you link arms with her there. It's lovely. It's really sweet. Here we go back to series 1.
And nice to get these back in there. Brian's greatest hits. Now that's what I call Brian.
But what happened was this was basically our favourite bit from the whole first series, so we just put it in as many places as we possibly could.
I don't think it was in the second series enough. I think I could have seen that a couple.
It appears
a couple
three
more
times throughout the whole
3
14
times now.
episodes.
Yeah.
No.
I like him
There's Michael waggling the
waggling
chain.
the pen.
Waggling
He's
a
good at
pen.
business, that man.
Speeding through the night, of course, he means the drug speed, amphetamine sulfate.
Is this?
Isn't that noise on the track?
Yeah, that whiny noise.
It's actually on the track.
Is there
some
something?
flute.
And look at that! Look at the sweat under my arms there.
Pop about this section of sound.
But that was
quite
supposed to
hunky
be.
though,
It was
isn't it?
supposed to be. I think that was actually applied as well because we were supposed to be running around. So
A bit like Bruce Willis.
for once, it was.
We had to fight really.
There's Nick Owen Wilson.
Fight really hard to get the vent. I think that's something we really went for.
Yeah, the vent setup was proved problematic, and we had to fight for it because
It costs quite a bit.
it cost money, funnily enough.
But I think it's money on screen. Now here comes a lovely bit in a second.
Oscar Wright's opus.
Yeah, so this is in Victoria Park. This is lovely. This bit coming up.
Yeah.
I did warn you.
It was very warm, wasn't it, that day?
This was a
He
bit.
was the
that
same with netball. Let's go.
In some
Bruce
way.
Forsyth.
Bruce Forsyth special there.
To illustrate the idea that Daisy was
It's a love. My brother Oscar did this
Over.
Grange Hill opening sequence.
competitive.
He's an animator, and I think he did this in a day. He actually drew it in a day. I think it's fantastic.
Sort of roughly kind of
It was obvious Nina was going to say.
the idea that Daisy sort of transformed in the face of competition and endorphins.
I like her on the floor there.
I like the zowie up there.
It'd been good.
That very
And they've all
well.
got no mouths.
The
Somehow-
haircuts are perfect.
Yeah, I know. It's nice,
So
isn't
angry.
it?
Oscar also does the on Sky One, doesn't he? Does the animations on Sky One.
He does all the Simpsons things, which he actually, even he gets irritated by.
But he's very. I mean, that I remember when we did the screening of the episode 4.
I got a round of applause.
Yeah.
I got a huge round of applause. Yeah,
brilliant.
it
It's a
really
brilliant
catches the
section.
spirit of that original credit sequence. Of Grange Hill.
Grange Hill.
Look
Good
at
acting
Ada.
by Ada there.
Look at her pointing.
This was a very difficult sequence, wasn't it?
Oh, it was really difficult.
Because I had to snatch the dog Ada up from the thing for when we were rehearsing it.
When did you decide?
Every time I ran towards Ada to pick her up, she ran away.
It only worked
And
once, and
yeah.
the one take of it which worked is in there, obviously. It only worked once. This was very tricky, but I like your not again acting here. This is lovely.
Not again.
Oh, it's in a bit, isn't it? Young Brian.
There's young Brian. And like young Mike in Series 1, young Brian has his facial hair still intact.
I love that truck.
As Mike had a
Big old
moustache, then
Bedford.
Brian has a beard. I love that. I do kids having facial hair.
Again.
As in Mike in the
Listen,
first
let me
series.
tell you, it's not a picnic.
It's no
It
picnic.
really isn't.
I had 12 unhappy years with a full bush. I'm not talking about my face. And I'm in the office. Here we go.
There's some nice awkward acting coming up here.
This was in Hammersmith. Some offices in Hammersmith.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Here comes Severland. That was the line that clinched Lucy the role in the way, and that.
Well, I thought it was when she fired
she-
a fake
Lucy
gun
did
at
it
you, and
in
you went,
Lucy's
"Oh, I'm
audition.
in love," like that.
We read
and she
a,
giggled, and you went, "Oh, you've got the part." I thought that's what happened.
We read a. We read the part with. We didn't. Most of the time we weren't at the auditions because it's kind of awkward, I think. But Lucy, we went in to do Lucy's recall and read with her, and
Fine, thanks.
she did a great gun noise, which I really liked. I was respecting.
She's great. She had a
women
really
that can
good
make the noise of a
quality,
gun.
didn't she?
She went like this.
She's a really, really good actress.
And but it was that line of just what the hell do you think you're doing? You know, that clinched it for us.
Whatever it is, she's got it.
We wanted Sophie to be a nice person. We didn't want her to be a kind of bitch that came in and was insidious and kind of, you know, was
too
the
easy.
anti-Daisy. It was like we wanted it to be more problematic because she was actually very nice and quite sweet.
And that's kind
She
of.
was supposed to be the cat amongst the pigeons.
But what kind of works about it is that she isn't a nasty person, especially in episode 6. Is that she hasn't done anything wrong, and yet everybody kind of thinks of her as a bitch.
I know.
That's quite sweet, in a way. Hey, look at this, eh?
He's an artist.
There's the payoff. Lovely face there from Heap, or Heap as I call him.
I think.
I'm eating a biscuit.
Yes, do it quietly. Good chap.
It's nice to see you again, Tim.
Nice bit of awkward twittering from you here, Simon.
Thanks, mate.
Like a pigeon, twittering.
Yes.
So you use your teeth quite a lot in acting, don't you?
I try and use my teeth as much as I can, yeah.
And she's got a good set of teeth there.
Because they're quite comical, my teeth.
Yeah.
They're uneven.
She's lovely, Lucy.
Now here we go. There's a.
Very even.
So we had to think what Mike would be doing whilst this was going on, and we came up with the great idea
Of eating coffee.
from an economy-sized tin. Why he's eating coffee, I do not know.
Nick and I were just in the kitchen waiting
gold.
for a shot, and we were mucking around with the coffee, and then just decided that Mike should be eating coffee.
And he did.
And he did. He had 8 spoonfuls of coffee. He didn't
Someone
sleep for
could have
9
gone out and
weeks.
got him some hot chocolate. Do you know what I mean? Oh.
He's wiping the coffee off there.
That's quite a sweet moment between Mike and Tim now with the wiping of the coffee. Now look at my bum here. Look, there's my arse right there. Clear as day. That's a full-on arse shot.
That's good.
No, I couldn't run properly either because my leg was hurting so much.
There's quite a lot of artistic
Narcissistic
license in this part.
Narcissistic
Because
license.
actually, if you notice, the security guard's uniform is slightly American looking. Not the kind of uniform you would expect.
Oh, no, well, you did get that.
Establishment. It's got those little peaked.
Yeah, when was the last time you broke into an office in Hammersmith? Exactly.
No, you do get. No, weirdly enough, we did.
Look at Jess's headphones.
We did.
You can't see that on the commentary.
You do get people in the city that have those. They do have those stupid American-style security outfits.
There's a tiny little
Terminator
moment
2
in
little
Terminator
reference.
2 where Linda Hamilton comes out of the lift and slides onto the floor with a security guard's baton.
I really like this little exchange between Mike and the security guard. The whole idea that they actually know each other, and we should know really by his moustache.
Sorry, sir. I thought I saw some unauthorised personnel on the monitor.
Money.
That contact lens is great, isn't it? In Clive's eye. It really works.
He really does look like a Doctor Who villain or something. Maybe I like this.
And look, we tried on many tracksuit combinations with Annie, our costume designer, and believe me, there were several before we came to this one. But I think that one is the best.
Oh, it's great.
See you Saturday.
I think also there's the whole notion that there are millions of TA members all around the country, sort of secretly secreted about various businesses.
It seems to be a running theme in this series of nice security guards.
Kind of lowbrow sort of Mason kind of.
Exactly, yeah. A sort of secret society that pervades all business. And Mike has friends everywhere.
Notice my really kind of rather shocking use of the term lowbrow.
I think that would make a good.
I'm so turning into my grandma.
That would make a good advert for
I'm going
the
to start
TA.
using the word wastrels.
Like a lowbrow Masons.
Join us, Harriet Army. Lowbrow Masons. We missed that
I love that
Bovril.
Bovril guy.
I love that Bovril line.
You
That's
can't
great.
drink a pint of Bovril. What's this track? This is
Mint Royale,
isn't
a
it?
track called Space Farm.
And I love the way it builds and
Look at the
builds.
cigarettes in her socks there. And they're stuck down her
Full of
socks.
details.
There's the family all come back together again. Tim and Daisy.
Shopping trolley.
They've had a bit of a fight. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Look at
This
Ada.
is
Look
sweet.
at that bloody dog. I love her. My mum loves her as well. I think we're going to try and kidnap her from Barbara Gash. Where's Tyres? And here he is, the man that can dance to anything. Of course, the root cause of that is the fact that his blood is invaded by ecstasy at all times, and we can't condone the use of that, but it certainly does make him have a good day.
That was Dick
Who's
Lunn,
doing
our
that?
art director,
Yeah,
sitting
well.
in the car. Good advert for La Brioche, the cafe in the background there.
Nice.
I'm there, man.
There's a little pause in the music here while the beeps stop.
The break.
Some nice
You got anything to say, Mark,
in the
before we
shop
go?
window.
Well done, everyone.
Thanks very much,
And,
mate.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for...
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say
Thank
goodbye.
you. There's the door.
Bye-bye.
God, we're such a bunch of arseholes.
Hello, I'm Dr. Graham Garden.
I'm Tim Brooke Taylor,
And I'm Bill Oddie.
and we are the Goodies.
This is an episode from Series 5 of The Goodies, which won the Golden Rose of Montreux way back in 1975.
This is us on one of the last days of shooting, one of the night shoots.
Yeah.
There's lovely Lee Ingleby, brilliant young actor, reminiscent of a young Terry Hall.
I know, he looks like...
Couldn't
Lee
work it out, and suddenly I said Terry Hall.
I know, he's even
Jess
got the
Pinder.
kind of the Ben Sherman shirt and everything.
I actually went up to Terry Hall once and said, "Hello, excuse me, are you Terry Jones?"
That must
You
have
prick.
gone down well.
Yeah, he looked he was very forgiving.
The thing about Lee here is that he's a lovely guy, but when he's playing his part, he's so spiky and scary.
Terrifying. He, you might know Lee Ingleby from the drama series Nature Boy, and he was also in Nicholas
Smike and
Nickleby
Nicholas
playing
Nickleby
Smike.
as well. Here's the blue tones again, with Blood Bubble coming in. to signal the beginning of our Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid style opening to episode 5.
I like this episode.
For many, their favourite of this series too. There's Noodle.
All of these kids were from apart from Noodle and Lee Ingleby, they were all from Anna Scher's theatre school. There we go. We'll come back to them later.
Were they? I thought we got them off the street.
Little
you
urchins
said they were
that we
rent
got
boys.
off the street. Yeah, they're all runaways that kind of like I enticed them with some sweets.
Meteor Street.
enough of that.
Meteor Street is
Less
actually
said about
named
that, the better,
after.
I think, Edgar.
Meteor Street is named after Meteor Way, which when I was very young, my friend Lee Beard lived in Meteor Way.
Lee Beard?
Lee Beard. If you're listening, Lee, God bless you.
I like I think there should be a separate commentary track for your Jamie Oliver impression, Jess.
Well, I did quite enjoy doing that, Jamie.
Didn't you tell Jamie
Nobody
Oliver that
actually,
you'd done that?
I did, actually, I did.
And what did he say? Pucker?
He said, "That's brilliant, Pucker."
He said, I like space.
And he ate an olive and patted his tummy.
Because you don't want to look like you put too much of an effort.
Maybe you could get some work doing Sainsbury's adverts, Jess.
Do you know what? If I could, believe me.
You're
I'm
there.
I like this little look that Nick gives, this kind of fear.
That actually, the soup in that was just like about 5 tins of the most awful
Big soup.
Big soup. Big soup. And it
Ada loved it
stank.
though, eh? Ada just couldn't get enough of it.
I
This
ate
guy
it.
was great. He's doing real kind of Bollywood acting there. He was so hadn't he been in some films or something, this guy?
No, you're thinking. No, I think he had. He was.
He has, because I recognise him.
Yeah.
This is the good
I
shit.
like this.
Oh, mama.
That actually was oregano in that bag.
Now, it's worth saying that Jesse and me came up for the whole plot for this episode in a cafe in Kilburn. We dumped an entire episode and we were looking for something new, and we sat down, didn't we? And it just fell out of us like a big vomit, and formed what was possibly one of the best episodes. Sat opposite each other with a cup of coffee. Bingo.
Oh, you know.
Lucy there is manhandling a Powerpuff Girl.
And there's a picture of Simon in the background right there.
From the first
series one.
episode of the first series.
Simon in the jungle.
Friends.
I like this joke
Tim in
Lucy
the
does about the
And your name's Daisy.
oh, you don't see it yet. It's when she's speaking to Tim about the misprint on the front of the
This is a reference back to the second episode of the first series when
of course, yeah.
when Simon was on the phone to James Lance.
and he said Daisy's just getting her clothes on.
Look at you two there, eh?
I know, Lucy.
Yeah.
Blake's nemesis. Looking special.
There's lots of this is like a kind of like a little carnival of
oh really?
Yeah, there's
facial tics. There's a lot of good mugging and faces in this one.
Total cult.
They're textbook. Look at
We
that.
didn't know.
eh?
Whether, I lost that. I left that sweatband when the last time we went away. That's not important. I don't know.
You
I'm
lost
telling
it?
on air.
I wanna know
Yeah, I
what
left it in
happened
the
to the
bloody
sweatband.
in that hotel.
I tell you what, that's what
anybody
everyone's going to be thinking out there.
We
I'll
went
tell you
away.
what, if
Ned
anybody
and I went
finds
away for a weekend, not in a gay way, but not that it would matter if we did. But and I left. What
What are you
talk
talking
about the show?
Okay, back to the show.
Oh, I've got a
I like this. Little reference to tiny little reference to this live here.
Millie and Egg.
and Millie's affair with her boss.
This is a long day. It's me and Sarah. It's Millie.
Here he comes. Wham! That
Bang.
really hurt. That did it? It really clunked me
I
one.
think he enjoyed it.
He doesn't.
You get to
He
slap
doesn't
Simon at the end of the
like it.
episode as well.
Of your breakup with Sarah, I was to slap your hand.
Now I had a problem because my second button was undone, and I had to go into conference with wardrobe about when to do it up, and you'll see me do it up later on in order to save continuity. So let's watch out for that. Here I am playing Resident Evil again.
This is a bit of a return to the first series in terms of you sitting in your kind of like you assuming the position on the beanbag with the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And you can, if you listen, you can hear all the sound effects from people who've played Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 too much over the years will know those.
This was really good fun, this speeding up.
Oh, yeah.
Which we just did, obviously.
How long did that
really
take? Was it like
quickly
3
over-
minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, and Edgar kept saying, "Go to the bathroom, go to the bedroom, beat
Yeah.
Nick up, go back,
Play
to the sink."
football.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. There's some fun. There might be some funny outtakes on that actually. Brian wearing a
Here comes Marcus
Han
Heapers.
Solo style combo.
Do you notice the yellow splatter on his neck there?
What's the matter with
He's so roguish, isn't he?
I know, he's kind of like sort of, he's got that sort of David Essex quality to him.
I'm glad that
Heathcliff.
we had a new makeup team working on this series because the Janes who did the first series were off working on the Mummy 2.
Mummy Returns.
Mummy Returns, and we were glad that we managed to communicate Brian's bedhead to the incoming team of Christine Kant and Amanda Warburton, and as well as others.
They look like us.
Speak for yourself.
This is a nice bit coming up.
Faces.
This was fun. We filmed the.
This is a sort of remnants, I suppose, of the kind of of some part of the episode that we scrapped to do this one.
This was in it, wasn't
But
it?
that's just about it, really.
Oh yeah, there was a whole
There was
before we
some
get to the fight,
subplot going on.
There was a whole episode which was kind of junked in favour of this one, which kind of, and
that
this,
began with
A group of them
the.
together, always the same.
With the what?
Should we show him, Tim?
Oh, watch
There's
this.
no point. We didn't make it. Fuck it.
Here we go. Wham, bang, bang,
this.
bang. 2 to the chest. Reload.
That's Nick's text, but moved the poof.
My favourite bit in
bang,
this
bang,
is when
bang.
Simons gets a knife to the forehead. And
Yeah.
goes,
We did. Was one bit we cut out of this. I chuck away the pistols, pick up the submachine guns. As he shoots, you can hear the shells hitting the floor.
Ting.
Ting, 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 ting.
I let everybody's noise. Mark's noises are slightly not quite as developed.
Daisy comes out, clocks it, set up for later.
I
Shoulder,
love this.
throws
I
away.
tried to shoot
have
this.
to do because I really.
I had
like
to
it.
shoot. I tried to shoot this ITN news footage style.
Pulls the pin. It is reminiscent of John Simpson getting shot in the chest.
Yeah. This is.
Now here we go. Watch the continuity. Always thinking. I got to get my coat. Daisy's suiting up.
What?
We talk about the tank. There, the button's being done up because we'd already shot stuff outside when my button was done up.
Very, very faintly. When Brian when Mike switches the TV over, we actually in the dub recorded some Saved by the Bell style lines. Which what does it say underneath? Listen, it says, he goes, Coach. What are you saying,
No,
Coach?
it's
Belding?
in Bizarro World. What about
I
Coach
think
Belding?
definitely kind of definitely overtaken by Malibu. I feel.
I love
Saved by the Bell.
the patting of the head or the canned laughter generally. Johnny Orlando there, the cab driver, the ubiquitous cab driver.
It was a famous.
That's quite a London-centric joke, isn't it? Minigab.
But it's just the
He was
idea
a
that
famous sort of dancehall kind of.
Yeah. Now we shot these. We shot
in the
these.
sort of 50s, 60s, and 70s, I think.
We shot these photographs about 3 days before we actually started the shoot. This was
Very
the actual
first thing we
ever
did.
And it's worth mentioning Absolute Bollocks is a post-production addition that Dick and Rudy put in.
There's
There's Edgar, right on the train, there he is.
There we go.
I think I'm gonna go home.
I love
And this was one of the last things that was done, oddly enough.
We actually did try and.
Jason.
This is Jason Brahill's drawings again, which is fantastic stuff. Which he actually did these after we'd pretty much finished the rest of the episode, so he could
You see how
look at. He looked at
similar we
all
look.
of the actual scenes from the show and then came up with everything, which is great.
We both look great as well. He draws us really nicely.
Or see, fall over and puke.
That's great. That I love
Yeah, I've got more hair in his cartoons, and I love him for that.
I think it's more interesting. And we tried to flick a coin, and Edgar placed the camera above us.
I
directly
fell
above
over.
us,
That's
and we
just in
kept
the
trying to
outtakes,
get it
isn't it?
actually in the right
You
place.
did hit it.
Hey,
It does
that's
actually.
it.
And this is the
And the-
Monarch.
Now you'll
in,
see surrounding us here a lot of our friends from
the website
the Space
and
website who came down to help us out. We
Yeah,
put a
yeah,
little
yeah.
message out saying, "Is that Sylvie there?" It is. That's Noah's other sister. We put a message out on the Space website saying if anyone wants to come down, just give us a hand padding out. And we got a load of people that came in
And I think very quickly, a lot of the people who came down realised quite how long and
boring,
tedious a day of space shooting actually is. So most of the website people that were down there on that day,
We frequently forgot, didn't we?
and we freaking,
And then
it was a constant
we
reminder.
reminded brutally.
Yeah, this was quite a difficult day of filming.
Yeah, the band started rehearsing upstairs, and so sort of about 5 o'clock, suddenly there was this boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I know. It's actually another case that we came back to this a few months later and carried on with
Can
it.
I just say as well that Elvis, Edgar made me sing I Don't Want to Be Your Teddy Bear twice.
Well,
I think you'll
all the
find
way
that's on the
through.
deleted
I
scenes.
think you'll find on the DVD. I think you'll find
Quite
the entire.
unnecessarily, I feel.
I think
sweated.
It was your
You
idea.
think I enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Sweated
You're
and
right.
blushed your way
Yeah,
through that.
exactly.
3 times you did that, and you were mortified.
You were-
I've
I
never
was so
seen you so
embarrassed.
self-conscious in my entire life.
If you
Well,
look
there's
at.
about 150 people watching me do it.
But you're such a
unaccompanied.
show-off, and as all of us are, but
Oh,
you hated
so
doing that.
embarrassing. Oh, it's so. Oh.
And that's only in there
reminded.
because I remember you told me when you were little you used to do that for your family, and,
Yeah,
and
I
I
did
said,
for
go
my
on, do
sister.
it.
There's a nice little bit that was cut out there, which didn't quite work, but it was very funny, and you'll see that.
Him
on
talking to the puppets.
deleted
It's the
scenes
kind of
as
thing.
well.
If me and Jess were offset and Nick and Edgar were on, they'd come up with little ideas, and do them without telling us. And one of them was
It is
Nick
funny
talking
though.
to some
It just
puppets.
doesn't work.
Colin. He just ran off.
I've been
Nice to
naughty.
see.
Brian, we've got to find him. probably.
I like that.
This is an allusion to Nick's bad eyesight.
Oh yeah, the bit that was cut out
At the
actually
end.
was another allusion to his bad eyesight. He was supposed to be a well, kind of like is a
Mr. Magoo
Mr.
thing.
Magoo style kind of gag here at the end.
Well, the point was he took his glasses off to talk to Colin, and when he put them back on, Colin had just gone. But
It kind of didn't quite
didn't get
come
done
off.
like that.
This was we had to rejig some of this because it's quite a difficult day shooting in the Monarch because
And also, Jess and I managed to perform one scene so badly
It was the worst acting
that we
ever
cut.
on
It was just
record.
terrible. Terrible fucking terrible drunk acting. And get
I
rid
could
of
have
it.
died.
We had 86 that in the edit because it was just like, for fuck's sake.
The
Poor.
No, I do.
Also-
This is actually one of Edgar's favourite gags.
Oh, I love
Is it?
this. Now this
Pull my
is James
finger.
Judge,
It's not
and
my
there's
favourite, but I
Morag
do like
Webster
it.
the nurse, and the finger that Jess
That's
pulls is
actually
James
the
Judge the
real
boom slinger.
fart. That's a real sound of one of my farts.
No, it wasn't. It
No, it
was the
wasn't.
noise of James Judge doing a
Oh,
fart.
ruin it!
You freak! I can't believe you'd like people to. That fried gold written on the on the
yeah.
mirror there,
You also see in the background Edgar sucks cocks, which
which is the
Which
truth.
is true.
which disturbingly enough
Although only Simon's, I believe.
disturbingly enough
It's true. I own poultry, and Edgar likes to suck them.
disturbingly enough that
It wouldn't be so bad if it was
graffiti
penises.
was written by me. I don't know quite what that says.
I think it was a cry for help.
Cry for help. Also, it does also say Andy Hollis.
Oh dear.
There's quite a lot.
Oh, it's lovely Ingleby.
Actually, it's changed to Edgar sucks cooks.
Which goes
Is that by you? Did
your
you
whole,
I
your whole
changed it.
kitchen
Well, no,
fetish.
I first wrote
I'll
it
show
and then.
them.
Well, no, I wrote it myself and then changed it again. So I don't know quite what I was trying to
It's,
do there.
on a kind of relevant note, the whole thing about doing the Kiora thing was just saying about pointless nostalgia, which we're guilty of at times, obviously.
That's an understatement.
This thing of like bonding with people on kind of cool old things.
Here we go.
Now, just walking past me there is Nick Lee, who is the editor of our Spaced website, and a fine young man he is too. And there is Peter Serafinowicz.
He's a man genius.
He is a man genius.
This is Peter Serafinowicz, who obviously plays Dwayne in the first series. As I think we've mentioned on many occasions, is the voice of Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace.
Something which
And
bores him.
to tears, especially because he hates The Phantom Menace too.
Now, here we go again. With these tiny little flashes of what Tim fears would happen to if Daisy met Dwayne. Look, them having sex. Which is further proof that Tim does care about Daisy in that respect.
In that respect.
In a sexy way.
I like this thing.
My hair's lovely and spiky there, isn't it?
I know you've kind of gone into shock-headed Peter fashion.
Well, that's because it's like 5 weeks later after we filmed the first bit.
I know this is another bit where we picked up. I had to reshoot some of it. Oh,
The same old the Vietnamese ting ting tings in the background.
oh yeah,
from
the same music from the
paintball.
paintball episode in the first series.
Stole my
It's
girlfriend.
not, I think.
When we came to, as Jess I think mentioned, when we came to do this scene the first time,
I think
and it didn't work, there was a band practicing upstairs, and we had to kind of fight between takes of their,
With a sound.
between kick drum and
Coming down.
and so eventually we managed to kind of do it again.
Maybe we should do the boom to see how it sounds now.
No hard feelings.
I like
No hard feelings. It's a joke about erections. She liked it.
I
So
like-
did I.
I love this. I'm not a monster, Tim.
I'm not a monster, Tim.
You don't have much in the way of.
Now there's a little joke about that might infer that Tim hasn't got very much of a winky because obviously Sarah's. Anyway, I don't want to go into that.
No, go
Let's
on.
just say I'm not Tim.
I am. Putting in a lot of
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Methinks he has a little. Yes.
Do we?
Well.
Yeah.
I love that you go.
No, keep talking,
I like when
Simon.
you go.
Do you want to do the rest
yeah.
of this episode now?
I will.
And another pop. That was again my fault.
No, it wasn't.
Come off it. It was.
Okay, all right.
I think she's
Listen,
making
why
a
are you-
joke.
Why not?
Okay, it was Jess's fart. Now, this obviously is. Talk about this, Simon. Go on.
This is the line from The Phantom Menace that Darth Maul utters. At last it would be revealed
And is
to the
also
Jedi.
Dwayne Benzie, the character in
At
space,
last. I will have
declaring the
revenge.
fact that he's about to wreak revenge on Tim.
I
think
was
that's
just
obvious.
doing the thing then.
State it.
You're not even drinking, do you know what I mean? I
I'm
was doing
drinking
the
tea,
line.
mate,
I
yeah?
know, I'm on my
I'm
fourth
off
pint.
it.
and
Woo!
you're
I've had
there.
3 cups. I'm flying.
Here we are outside
This
Tower
is round
Records.
the corner from Tower Records in Camden.
Johnny Orlando behind us again. No. Look
I love
at
that. Great.
They're all, aren't
There's,
they? They're
Philip Seymour
all
Hoffman
young Al Pacino, De Niro's, don't you think? All of them.
Apart from the one who looks like Pergo Patterson.
Also, this was
They're
to
all
do.
brilliant.
Noodle there doing a burp.
Fantastic Noodle.
This was another reference to the idea that you don't necessarily, as you get older, become more clued up or more able. They're beaten up by kids that are younger
Daisy
than
and
them.
Tim are sort of suffering under that sort of middle class kind of, awful awkwardness
As is
around
happened, a friend of ours was
intimidation.
recently duffed up by a bunch of 18-year-old boys, and it does happen.
Not sleeping with her boss. And besides,
This was filmed on the same
This
day
is
as you did.
way before the rest of it.
Yeah,
It's
this
like
was filmed on the day of
first week of
three.
shooting.
This was near the kitchens.
Yeah, this is the same day as we did the kitchen stuff. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, it's a lovely bit for Julia Deakin here.
I love the music on this. I think Guy.
The room that Julia Deakin front room is the same as Daisy's bedroom. Is it?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
it
not
wasn't
anymore.
the
It
first
wasn't
series.
the first series.
This is a nice piece of music by Guy Pratt.
Marsha's Lament.
Marsha's Lament. This kind of reminds me of Phoebe Cates' speech about Christmas in Gremlins.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
A nice little kind of left turn into a completely different tone.
Shot.
This
No,
music
this came out of the fact that we'd written an episode that was so out of the flat because we decided to take the series beyond the flat in the second series rather than doing a rehash. And because Marsha's quite often quite confined to the flat, we missed her in this episode, and we thought we'd had this idea about Marsha being an athlete and
then being kind
having
of run
a very
over by her
physical past, yeah.
by her first husband.
And so we brought it in as a kind of lesson in why it isn't always a good thing to have a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife. And we actually cut a line out of this where...
it kind of made it a bit too... There was a nice line at the end
Julia's
which
performance was so moving.
it actually made the end of it, from our part, the final joke look a bit flippant, and it kind of made it look like we didn't care about Marsha, which of course we do. So there was a line right at the end of her speech which we actually cut out.
About
Maybe
having
we'll
a
see
daughter
again.
that hates me.
Yeah, and it was just... This is nice.
There she is.
See, this is what she's really like.
That's the Julia Deakin you never see.
Twit-twoo.
Wit-woo. Thanks.
You can hear in the background of that, if you listen, you can hear like a Chariots of Fire style
Which
music.
pub was this? Where was this one? This was.
It was near, like we were saying, it's in Westminster.
In Westminster,
It's
that's
near
right.
Channel 4,
yeah,
wasn't
next door to the.
Near Horse Fair.
Near the kitchen.
Near the
location.
kitchens, yeah.
I don't think about her really. I don't.
Nice slap coming up here as well.
Can you see the lump on my head?
Like to get married.
No, because this wasn't that day. Oh, it may have been that day.
Have a couple of kids.
Now, you slapped me in a minute, Justin. That's something you enjoyed. I know that for a fact.
Quite
Bang.
a few takes of the slap.
Not as much as you.
I thought you'd cut my lip.
You've got.
I see. That's why I put my tongue in my mouth, because I thought you'd actually split the lip.
Now, in this next scene, I'd like for us to observe
Cheers.
Pete Saravenovich, brilliant and brooding though he is, his slightly girly throw.
Hello. Oz.
Oz Hawley.
There was a whole kind of Wizard of Oz theme. There was a line we cut at the end when.
Oh yeah.
Daisy
There's
said
no place like home. But then we decided against that wisely,
ditched
I
it.
feel.
There's Noodle.
And he found out it's not oregano, and that was in the same. That was in Camden, wasn't it? That was a little alleyway just behind.
That's by where.
Is it Virgin or HMV?
You notice that
record
Lee
store?
repeats Mark Gatiss' line from episode 1. Get the car.
Yeah, it's that alley round the back of Camden High Street, near where the laurel tree used to be.
We're so desperate for catchphrases, we started
I
trying
really
to
could not get my coat on in that scene.
You ripped out the lining, I remember.
I was so
You're in
frustrated.
a right
I kept
mood.
missing my
Actually,
arm.
look, whoa,
and then I
look,
just
look,
thought,
look,
"Fuck
look,
it,"
look,
ripped
wait,
out
wait.
the lining of the coat.
That is the worst bit of acting either of us do in the entire series. It'll be
I was
closing
so
in 5
frustrated.
minutes.
I just got up and ripped the lining out because I couldn't get my arm in.
Here we go, back to the beginning of the episode.
Lee is so terrifying in this. He's great.
He's
I must admit, I
the
must
fan.
say that I was wrong. I was wrong. That when Lee first came in to do the reading, when I first saw him and saw kind of how small and sort of wiry he was, I thought, oh no way. And he's just amazing. He's got so much presence.
It makes you wonder how many other mistakes you made.
Do you know what? For a second there, I almost didn't hear that, and then I kind of realised you were insulting me. I just that went straight over my head briefly. Now this, I think, is my favourite bit in this series.
Yeah, me too.
This was such good fun. We must
the
have done
best
this
fun.
from...
Such a
We
laugh.
we were in the rain and it was cold, and we all would have done it 50 million times.
Well, we did.
We
all
did it
loved
from 12 angles. We did it. Everyone had a scene.
Yeah.
It was great. It was such
And we
a laugh.
worked. It all just came naturally as well. We just all automatically choreographed ourselves.
It was great.
It's like,
Lee was,
some of
Lee
it was worked
great
out with the
at it
kind
as
of
well.
like the chucking the gun at your head and stuff,
yeah,
wasn't it?
no, because I was just saying, chuck it at my head. Go on, we were all
then
just
it was-
regressing.
I remember like this is great. This is kind of like
transition to the Adagio for strings comes in.
from the Platoon soundtrack.
We tried to get this in 3 times before, and finally
We tried to use the Adagio
Here
for
we go. He's
strings
about
in
to throw the gun at my head.
in the Robot Wars.
Oh, boof! Not
Yeah.
back.
We were gonna.
Rictus, death rictus. My finger on the trigger.
It's great.
Uh-oh.
So moving. Oh look,
And like
it's
one
like
notes
why?
in the Wild Bunch.
Look, blood on the wall.
It's lovely.
Why is it? It's coming up. It's a face.
But what's funny that so when we first edited this together, it wasn't until we put on Adagio for strings that it made it's a lot more tragic and mournful with this on it. This music absolutely transforms it. I love it.
I love the way.
I like your dead body acting here, Simon. Where you look. Oh, look at the guy up in the top as well, Dean. There we go. Minigab.
Yes, please. That's the payoff.
Who is it?
Johnny Orlando.
Johnny Orlando.
That's the payoff that they've been asked 3 times. But he's kind of like their guardian angel for the evening.
Yeah.
He never.
He's got that. Yeah.
And there's the vehicle.
That was
getting crashed.
actually very nearly very dodgy indeed.
I know.
I got into a bit
That
of
was
trouble.
your car, wasn't it, Simon? You were
yeah,
getting
I
slightly
wasn't-
nervy about
I wasn't
that.
there at the time. Now this line, clever boys, was we came up with on the night, and it was a kind of last minute thing, and I think it really makes the
It's
scene
the
in a
Raptors.
way.
It's funny.
It's Bob Peck. Clever boys.
If you,
The
I let
noise.
him screaming as well. He's going.
It's quite, do you know what this ending, I was looking at it, it's quite violent, that ending.
It
It's
is.
a little bit, oh, okay.
Well, he gets this. I'd like to say that I like the fact that
Considering what just happened.
we put Wolverine on the keys because obviously the keys is obviously a very important thing, and he had to something to really draw your eye to them. And I like the fact it's an old Chris Claremont style.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
it's the old Wolverine with the yellow spandex. Are we back at the house? There's the shopping trolley that people
As ever.
often bring up. It's
Really
just
cold. I remember it was very
Well, this-
cold that night, wasn't it?
This again. This
It
was what
was.
a lot of this episode.
And
was.
that's a fake. That's a fake one.
Yeah, fake bells.
Fake bells.
A lot of this episode, actually, pretty much all of the location stuff was done in the last week, pretty
yeah,
much.
it was.
It's quite amazing.
There's another Shining reference from us. Which
You know
is,
we like our Shining references.
Which next to Evil Dead 2 must be the most alluded to film.
I love the faces again.
And people love this because it's Daisy and Tim actually showing a bit of physical love for each other, which they rarely do.
People like physical love. Let's face
do
it.
like
There's
it.
a
I think
huge $1 million industry based on
But this is
exactly
a
that.
lovely.
People like
I know. I've several
physical
tapes.
love.
But surely the reason this episode went down, I think it's why people like this one so much is because it has a lot of the two of you together in it, and it's really nice. Daisy and Tim.
Here comes the look. Ready?
Look at this, eh? That's fried gold right there.
2 more seconds and they would have been just tearing each other's clothes up on the pavement.
There's an alternate version of the scene where you start kind of
Well, I'm
going
not
at
sure
it.
Edgar.
No, it's not true. I'm sorry.
There's little Ada dropping a key. She was so desperate to get inside. Look.
Hey!
Come on, let's get in!
Oh,
Mick and Brian.
where have they been? Looking for Colin. But it's okay.
We actually cut some scenes out of Mike and Brian looking for Colin.
Which you'll see.
Which you'll probably see in the deleted scenes. But
That was that,
Barbara, Ada's owner, was trying to get Ada to run down the street, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. She was going, "Come on, Colin, come on!"
And we actually changed it. I
That was
thought I can't bear to hear that another time.
You had to. I remember
Just goes,
you were. Off, do you remember you were offset here counting down the amount of time I had to wait before I
There's.
Oh yeah.
That's us all really mourned.
counting out the length of time.
Oh, that's
for
right.
credits go up.
Ada must have eaten about 3 bowls of that stuff.
You see, Brian's got Mike's hat on, which is quite, quite a nice look for him there.
I have seen Nick actually look like that 57 different times.
Oh, bless him.
Oh.
Yeah?
Good night.
BAFTA.
Hi, I'm Tomsk.
I'm Orinoco.
I'm Tobamori.
And I'm Madame Chalet.
And we are the Wombos!
Remember, you're a Wombo.
We're joined by Katie Carmichael today, who plays Twist. Say hi, Katie.
Hello.
Oh, bless her.
Hey.
And you join us in
Sorry,
the...
my voice hasn't broken yet.
What? You're a man?
Yes.
I should have known by your balls. This is us in the Corrib's Rest in Queen's
Which
Park
is
again.
the local of Tim
Tim and
Daisy.
Daisy's local, supposedly.
There's the lovely, handsome Brian
in his dark
There's Mark.
room.
He's
Hanging his things
Mark's
up.
in the room, actually. Shout hello.
Hello.
Ah, he's not supposed
the
to be
ironic
here.
thing is that I actually do print my own black and whites.
No shit. Ah.
You look better clean shaven, can I just say?
Thanks.
Now there's Tim having a chat with Sophie at the pokey, and Marsha
Sophie at the pokey.
You know, the machine, the puggy.
The
puggy,
the puggy. The piggity.
Oh,
puggy.
You know, the puggy, the picky, the puppet.
A little. Oh.
We always thought it was kind of weird that they'd actually dared to bring Sophie to the pub, but
Off the Omen. This is very frightening.
it
This
worked.
bit. So I
Yeah,
hid,
that's the Omen reference.
so I hid behind the sofa.
And there's the pentangle of death.
Mark doing his best David Warner there. I think you look like David Warner.
I was thinking Christopher Walken, that's what I was trying
Definitely
Okay.
Christopher Walken.
You look like Christopher wanking. My friend Christopher having a wank, I mean. No.
Now
This
that
is
is
Sa- that is
Sally
Sally
Grace. That's Sally Grace doing Jess's mum's voice. Daisy's
You should
mum's
have got.
voice.
What about your mum doing your mum's voice? She would
It's
have
too
been,
late.
she'd be really good.
It's too late now.
Oh.
That's me carrying. That's me with the hungover glass of water, the pint glass of water, which is part of a sort of
Now there is,
hangover day.
as we'll discover in the deleted scenes, there's a good reason for your stubble rash as well.
I'm red-faced because we actually deleted a whole scene in which Daisy has a one-night stand with a big hairy biker. But
There's the first signs
'cause it
of
was
Colin's alienation.
Poor
Yeah.
Colin.
Well, not the first, but one of them.
We cut it because it
Little
just it
Ada.
didn't kind of work really with the pace of the episode. But
You'll see it later.
This is. Oh, I love this bit, Simon. You're so funny.
Here comes. I did a little bit of popping actually.
You can be impressed.
he's
by
managed
your
to get
friends,
this in
can't you?
both series.
As
which is
I may
slightly
have said in the previous commentary,
sad.
I was the best
sad.
body popper in Upton St Leonard's.
Which isn't really saying much, is it?
A nice little Logan's Run reference coming up as well
And a reference to a jumpsuit as well.
to the jumpsuit whole thing, which
Oh,
I bought
yes.
you for your birthday, didn't I? The Logan's Run DVD.
You did. I watched it.
Nobody cares.
It was rubbish.
Was it really? It's the thought that counts.
No,
you
no, I
prick.
like it. I like having it. It is not a good film though.
I like having it.
This was Logan's Run.
There we go.
Oh,
There's
Logan's
go,
Run
there it is.
reference. Very good.
Don't say that, Tim. That's a word.
Now that was a nicely structured joke. The idea of jumpsuit being more offensive to women than twat.
Hey.
Oh my God! What's in the fridge?
What's in the fridge?
Oh, God. Oh.
You can see actually to the right of the screen the bananas are already set up for
And
the
what they're rather phallic
impending.
For the impending,
For the impending
visual
devil joke.
gag.
Absolutely.
Oh.
There we go. That's
Yeah, it
another
doesn't
card
look
by
anything like
Jason or Jim. Was it Jason did that one?
Birthday pickle.
Nice little pickle reference
Actually
again. there.
managed to draw a female form with no bottom, which is quite kind of extraordinary, I think.
Pickle was a reference to
There
when
she
Tim
is.
called Daisy Pickle in the
Mark's
first
just
series.
feeling me up at
But
this
that
point,
itself,
I have to say. Get off!
that itself was a reference to Edgar's mum, who called him Pickle once in class when she was a substitute teacher.
It was a very embarrassing moment in my childhood.
Pickle is just
It is true.
a term of affection.
But she said it in front of a lot of girls that I fancied, and it really embarrassed me.
Oh, no.
Mum, I
Because
hope
they
you're
thought
listening
she,
to
Edgar,
they
this.
thought they
Edgar,
didn't
can
know
I
she was
just
your
say
mum, and they
something
thought
to
she
you?
fancied
Get
you.
over it.
I still haven't.
Do you like Eggy? No, I call you Eggy. You don't
Yeah,
mind
no,
it,
I don't.
No, you don't mind.
Are you serious? What are you going to say? Oh, by the way, Marsha, where else?
Now I have to say, my girlfriend Maureen hated seeing these scenes of myself with Lucy Atkins, the wonderful Lucy Atkins, in kind of romantic situations. And there's the great, that was lovely.
I love that.
Yeah, lovely.
And I had to
Nicely
explain to her
planted.
the kind of the nature of screen kissing being a very kind of clinical and.
You didn't enjoy it at all, did you?
No.
No, I didn't.
You enjoyed kissing.
Did you slip your tongue in?
You enjoyed
Hey.
kissing Julia, though, didn't you?
Come on, admit it. You had a semi on.
I admit I
Just a little
enjoy
one.
kissing Julia Deakin.
Oh.
Look at you two, eh?
No, here we are.
Light as a feather.
Muffin.
I think actually Edgar enjoyed these kissing scenes as much as Simon. I think, 'cause whenever
Lucy is
we
very
went
light.
back, it was always from the kiss and
Oh, yeah.
take from the kiss.
It's usually from the kiss or the slap, which I think says
Yeah,
quite a
That
lot.
looks really
About you.
sloppy to me.
It was slightly sloppy. There may be trouble ahead.
Daisy, unless you have a typewriter.
Now this is the very slight reference, mention of the cake, but I think it kind of picks up.
Oh, yeah,
We only
we
mentioned
have
it
to
once,
mention it
didn't we,
again.
before we?
And
This is, again, we do a lot of stuff around Holloway Road, and this is
Yeah.
Now, the
just
two-
Tufnell Park Road, somewhere around
And this
there.
is a
Two
this is a
people
news
walking up the
agent.
hill. One is Mark, who's the third AD, and ahead of him is Shelley, wearing Edgar's bag.
Who's that little man in the background?
Somebody else.
I
That's
think you
just a
might
normal
notice that
punter.
this
Oh.
news agent selling beers is got a remarkably kind of eclectic range of beers. I think you'll see in the window.
There's Mike standing like the next door neighbour in
Look at that!
American
Every beer you want. That's
in American
amazing.
Beauty.
This was quite a tough scene to film, as you'll see on the outtakes.
Nick had a real kind of a mental block that day, and it was early on in the filming, and he was getting into the swing of it, and for some reason just kind of got stuck on this one speech. And Nick refers to it as Black Monday.
We had Black Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Didn't
We had a
full week, a
full deck throughout the shoot. That bit with the tent back there was obviously a little Blair Witch reference with the kids laughing. I think Nick's really funny in this.
I've only been with her 2 weeks and already I'm yesterday's news.
Simon's not funny.
No.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I love Nick.
My necklace, if you see there the catch on the side of my neck, the wardrobe had a real problem with keeping keeping it behind all the time. And if you really look, sometimes it changes.
You have a
place.
catch of a necklace falls to the front, it means someone loves you.
No shit.
It's true.
Does that mean Nick loves you?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Obviously. That was done at the end of the Robot Wars day, and it was a really hard day, and
We had to shove it in on the end.
we had to shove it in the end, but it
Super
looks really good. The only thing is
Did
Nick
that-
forgot to pick up his glasses. Look at Lucy, really going for it.
We loved it. We had to do that in about 15 minutes flat.
Yeah, and we did it as well.
She was so happy to do that scene. I remember her saying,
I hurt my
"Thank you."
hands so badly doing that, let me just tell you.
Look, there's your necklace clasp.
Oh, he has gone to the back again.
Nice little reference to
Bad
2000 AD there.
Yeah, Johnny Alpha getting killed by the big flying monster.
Oh,
That's Nick's eagle eyes.
That is something that Nick actually does, or we used to do together, which is kind of like why.
Well, after sex, didn't it? Mainly.
Good running.
Come here, you.
Hey, something going on here.
Don't say that.
Oh, no.
I happen to have a lovely lady
Oh,
who
that
might be
lovely
watching this
typewriter. That
DVD.
typewriter was so heavy.
Who might be
That
watching the commentary. I
typewriter
doubt it, actually.
weighed
You can say what you
about
like.
3 stone. Here she
There
is,
we
lovely
go.
Marsh. She cares so much.
Nice awkward hug coming up here as well.
Yeah, lovely awkward hug.
And Daisy's glasses.
Jess, looking very intelligent.
I think you look like Harry Worth when you got those glasses on.
You're going to say Harry Hill.
They got any glass in them?
No,
Oh.
lensless.
If you watch the show.
No.
Actually, that smoke alarm's slightly different from the first series.
You might like to put some makeup on tonight.
Something's on walkies though. Somebody nicked the Tron poster from the first series.
I
don't
know,
where
yeah.
that went.
That was gone. Rude Red!
I don't know what was funny of the line of Katie spitting out her water there.
I love Julia's look as she shuts the door and
It's wonderful to have her.
she looks through the door.
It's the sort of
What's this?
redeeming
What's this?
kind of
Here we go.
moral
Look, 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 look.
figure in this.
It's like she can see through the door.
Who's this?
Hi, Daisy. It's
Hey!
Welcome, everybody!
I love the way your phone matches your body.
Yeah, I'd love
This is kind of loosely based on our friendship, isn't it, Jess?
Yeah.
When was the last time you two saw each other?
Oh, no kidding.
No, Twist is kind of based on another person, isn't it? And there's but
So that
mentioning
person
no
doesn't know.
names. It is based on someone we know.
I think there's a little bit of twist in all of us.
Yes, I think so.
Speak for yourself.
There's definitely twist in you.
I think
Mark Heap's still here. Shout hi.
Oh.
Hi!
Oh, hello.
There's the cake. There's the kiss.
Yeah, I had to tell somebody.
Cake.
Cake.
Kiss.
Kiss. Oh no.
Oh.
No, we missed it.
Very bad man. What?
She's kind of great, kind of like a film noir
Famous towel.
a famous town.
She's the
She's like a famous towel.
She's the keeper of our virtues. She's making sure that we kind of stay on the straight and narrow.
I've always thought Julia's like a famous towel.
Oh dear.
Oh, shit. Cake.
Cake.
Bloody hell.
Oh, and we were waiting.
Because Julia's a fantastic actress, and sometimes when I had to do this kind of face-to-face moments with her, you just get completely lost in it. Because she's when she had to do that one in "Kiss My Arse" in 7. I remember this because my mum was on set. No, my sister was on set. I think at this stage.
I finished with
Hiding in the hedges.
Oh, there she is, hiding in the hedges
Now-
as usual.
That.
I really
Heath.
like my jacket.
I know, I was
That
gonna
lovely
say.
Doris Day jacket.
All right. What about?
Wasn't Tom Cruise originally selected for that jacket?
Yeah, but he didn't like it. He
Oh,
thought it
okay.
made him look, you know.
Oh, poor
slightly too
Brian.
natural.
Oh, there was Dick Lund squirting me
Oh,
with
is
the
that
paint.
ketchup? No.
It's red paint.
I like this joke.
There he
Lund,
is.
very
There's his
talented
fantastic
man.
form again. Beautifully lithe. Naked and real.
There's quite a lot of paint splatter on your chest there.
What happened? We had to do this several times, and after the first squirt, makeup had to take a Polaroid of my face and then recreate the exact same splatter each time we did it. Don't look like you're not interested, Katie, because people out there might be. Bit of reggae in the background. Now, people were saying after the Empire Strikes Back ending of this episode that this false hand was a reference to Luke Skywalker getting his hand cut off.
Oh dear.
Which isn't true.
It's the same.
It was nicely
Some
spotted.
people
though.
just haven't got anything better to do, have they?
It's like us. That's why we make the fucking show. Jesus, do you know what I mean? Pot kettle black, arranges accordingly.
You've managed to, in one fell swoop, managed to insult everybody on the show and all our fans.
What that hand is actually doing is
Cheers.
Cheers.
It is.
It's upstaging me.
Cheers.
It's
Simon
upstaging
does that
you.
all the time.
No, look.
Alex, there's a nice little speech here. And I like your reaction here at the end, Mark.
Look at this. Ready?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of heat.
Katie, you
This was
feeling your own
filmed in a
tits
boutique
yes,
in
lovely.
Islington.
Twist has always got her hands on her
Which
own
was quite a nice little shop, wasn't it? Actually?
It was lovely, actually.
We would have bought something, I think, or
shopping.
bought something, but it was too expensive.
Gotham
Oh,
Angel.
no, hang on a minute. You cut the scene with you falling over in the shop.
That's going to be in the deleted scenes.
Oh.
Fans will get to see that.
Was it too funny?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Jess.
I mean, they've got to do something, haven't they?
That's kind of
They've
true,
got to
but
keep me
then
down
think the
somehow,
opposite
Katie.
We had to cut it out because it was too funny.
Yeah.
No, you'll see that.
I also thought this looked like a bit of a kind of
Bit of a lesbian
bit of
moment.
a lesbian moment between Twist and Daisy. I think you could have put that in a trailer and really, got
I
people's
know.
attention.
I think people might have actually watched it then.
We could have had 1.2 viewers. Back again to Sally Grace, who played Daisy's
Listen,
mum
we
in the
were
first
cults,
series.
not enough to make a minority.
We were a bunch of cults.
But who cares? We had a good time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love the way you answer the phone and you go, "Mum," and that's kind of like, I'm ready to speak to my mum.
Lovely.
There's a nice bit of melodrama at the end here.
Well, this is where where the drama of the show starts to come in.
Accompanied by the prisoner cell block H theme
music.
tune.
And I think you can do that in a show, can't you?
Never
You
use
can, in a comedy.
Use an Aussie.
There's certainly room for juxtaposition, I would say.
But when you kind of go all out to the
Maybe a different angle, possibly.
just disposition. There's just disposition.
Oh, look at this, hey?
Here we go.
Oh,
This is enough to secure Jess a city in guilds.
This will win us.
Do you think
I
I
swear
could
to
get a
God.
BTEC for that?
A BTEC.
This
BTEC
moment
in
will win us a
drama.
BTEC.
But I haven't got any GCSEs.
But I remember in the script, this was literally written as
Oh,
cut
this
to
is so
Daisy
sad.
shakes her head, Tim shakes his head,
Yeah.
blah blah.
This is sad.
It is
There's
sad.
Marsha.
Well, this is
Daisy
you
with her
know,
eyes
this is
closed.
us.
Shakes her head.
Is this Lynn Hamilton?
this is sitcom.
Twist with her stitches in her eyebrows.
Look at this. Look at this.
Who's that?
Top
Who's that?
acting.
Look at the side. Shake
Very
her
good.
head.
That's so Coronation.
Mike and
I love
Tim.
that Mike and Tim.
Mike and
Oh,
Tim.
bless him.
Wind it up and throw it in.
Bang.
Here she is, Reese Witherspoon.
Or is it Jennifer Jason Lee and Hudsucker Proxy?
Thank you, that's better.
That hair's very fashionable now, isn't it? That sort of 80s flick.
It's kind of
Where's
good,
his
isn't it?
Hit me. I wish I'd been there that day.
There's a photograph here of our producer and our set us there. No,
No, next
not
one.
there. Next one.
There.
There. Our producer
yes.
and
And that was
Morag,
Morag.
assistant,
Morag.
Morag,
Yeah.
Naira and Leslie.
Leslie, who was Miss Universe.
It was Miss Universe, yeah.
I love you,
Leslie.
Leslie. Yeah, she was a
Bodybuilder.
bodybuilder. Wake up, wake up. Someone else said that was a reference to something and it wasn't.
Matrix.
Oh, that's right. The wake up thing, you know?
That's Jack Nicholson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a shiny thing, wasn't it?
Now, what's the sound effect on the lipstick?
Phallic, I think.
Well, we hear that lightsaber sound as well. Meow.
Big
1, 2, 3.
red end.
Oh, now look, here we go. Everyone's annoyed.
It's so
Everyone's
fun
upset.
writing this. Especially when they order their drinks.
This is where we had our rap party at the end of last series,
That's
I seem
right.
to remember.
Series 1, yeah.
We are so cheap.
A nice cheap
We are
Spanish
such
restaurant.
Costa Dorada in Hanway Street, W1,
Yeah.
top of Oxford Street.
Yeah.
And,
And
there's a
It's a
lot of
great
our
place to go
website
late night
friends
drinking,
around
actually.
around us here.
You should get tapas at like 3 in the morning.
Yes, you can.
There's a lot of people from our website. as
There's
extras there as
Sarah
well.
behind
yes.
Mark, who's our production. And who was that then? I just saw someone.
I love that line.
That's Simon Pegg.
That's Simon Pegg there. Nick Frost there. He's on the website.
This was quite difficult to do. This took 2 days. This whole restaurant scene. It's quite. Listen to this sound.
Tiling, tiling.
Originally, it was supposed to be a baked Alaska.
Hey.
That's so clever.
It was originally
You can
supposed
see
to
in
be
the
an
background
Alaska
there.
flambe, but they wouldn't do it because they would have had to have firemen there because of the fire regulations, so that's why they changed it to a
Sparklers.
profiterole tower with sparklers,
A pretty
which I think
impressive.
works as well, if not better.
I wish I could dress down like that.
Oh, Katie.
Oh, she's such a bitch!
Go, girl.
Twist is just full of terrible comments.
I think Twist is really on the offensive in this episode. It's great.
I love it. I love that line.
Oh, it's all kicking off here.
Katie's fighting there. Did you
But
see
it's
the way
worth,
she was fighting
it's
that
worth
carrot?
saying a big thank you to everyone that came down that day and helped us out.
Oh, they were.
Lucy, Morgan, Ingmar, loads of others that came along and just sort of sat for 12 hours.
Everyone was brilliant.
For 24 hours, 2 days.
22 days of it.
Yeah.
And thank you to them for
Thank-
that.
Thank you.
I'm just going to the loo.
It's really ominous, this scene. It's nice putting all the Spanish music on in the edit as well, because we'd really tried to kind of cut it all to the music and stuff. It gets all hyped up. I love this scene.
As it builds.
Yeah. Julia's really good in this, isn't she?
This is a classic sitcom farcical misunderstanding, you know, thinking about one thing being the other. Right, Mark?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
If anyone's going to tell her, it should be me.
Yeah, but you won't, will ya?
No.
This is probably one of the most sort of bone-crunchingly melodramatic moments in the whole of the 2 series, when it all kicks off.
I think there's a lot of good work by Dame Jessica Stevenson here as well.
I love the, well, as always, Jessica, but I think Julia Deacon's performance
I
here
know,
is
she's
just
great. She really
astounding.
Well, it's kind of the whole scene.
Really kind of.
You got lovely glow to you in the scene.
She did my makeup
Because Christine
so well.
didn't
I mean,
always
I didn't have
over-powder,
on my face,
did she?
Exactly. But she does it. Do you know what I mean? She does it so good.
Julia actually had tears in her eyes when she did this and put us all to shame.
She was so brilliant in this.
Here we go.
Here we go. Wait for the glass. This glass was actually in the studio, it wasn't at the restaurant.
Yeah.
We're not really
That's somewhere else.
a couple.
Bang!
man.
It's all over. Spaced. No more.
Let's have a minute silence just here. Come on. Shh.
I love that look of yours,
he's
Katie.
ruined
That's
it.
brilliant. It's almost like you're enjoying it.
I was admiring myself in the spoon.
That's good.
It's almost as if you don't give a fuck.
Poor love.
Oh, Daisy. What are you doing? Look at her. She doesn't care. As long as it gets off
I
her
don't
chest.
care.
I think it's nice when you backpedaling here is really nice.
We had to say we were in order to get the flat.
This is it's dinner table scenes are always a real fucker because you have to. It takes so long to get around every single person, so it really took a long
She's
time.
so hurt, and quite rightly.
It's good though.
Poor Marsha.
We didn't mean to.
Yeah, how could Tim and Daisy be so insensitive?
Look at those tears.
Look at those earrings.
Well, the advert said professional couple
Oh, here we
And
go.
here we go, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, Ricky
Fantastic
coming in
cameo bio.
on that same Sunday that we had to film.
Oh yeah, Ricky Gervais.
He's so slimy.
He's brilliant. He's great in this.
It's brilliant that he did this.
Now here was another occasion, like the job centre scene. We weren't allowed to use the word loot.
That's right.
She's nice.
She wasn't it Charlotte Palmer.
Charlotte Palmer.
Yeah,
She was
great.
cool. His look here is great.
Professional couple only.
We weren't allowed to
Sounds
use.
nice.
We weren't allowed to use the loot. A man from Loot sent us a number of script alternatives. I have to say, the audacity to write a kind of, maybe you could write this. Daisy's
The man from the loot office. And he said, maybe a Dalek could drive
Dalek could come
past."
through screen.
Instead of slagging off the loot people.
It was unbelievable and slightly insulting, but God bless him anyway.
Yeah.
That was supposed to sound nice.
But it didn't, did it, Tim? You
I
prick.
suppose you lot all knew about this.
Great look from you, Mark. No. I like the fact they need prompting. No.
This is actually pretty. A lot of the response to this from our brethren was very kind of serious, and everyone was kind of quite upset and stuff.
What, the group was disintegrating?
From the website.
Well, a couple of people thought it was the last episode and thought that's how we'd left it. They didn't realise there was
a cliffhanger.
One.
I thought it was an Empire Strikes Back, but it wasn't.
We had to be continued, didn't we?
I know.
Now, Julia can't actually gulp drinks and had to keep that in her mouth because she can't neck drinks.
This is good.
Bye.
Bye.
I quite enjoyed that.
That's lovely. Well, that's the thing is that sort
of... I did, in terms of sort of enjoyment of filming, I enjoyed filming this the best.
Oh, absolutely.
When you get paid to dress up and throw
food
cake at your
fights,
friends.
do you know what I mean? Food fights, that is what it's all about.
Well, it was quite difficult, so we had to do this food fight, and certainly the food fight was the very last thing we shot, and we only had one take.
In an ideal world, we would have had it as it was originally in Bugs and Malone, where the whole restaurant were all covered in splatter, but that would have just been
it's all kicking off.
Too epic.
Listen, this is lovely.
Mrs. Magnanimous, you picked a fine time to grow a fucking cunt, Jazz!
Whoa! Things are getting a little bit heated.
What? I'm not an accessory to...
I love his reaction at the end of this.
Covering his mouth.
I like the fact that Tim defends Brian as well, who's always kind of...
I like the fact that Brian's kind of abstaining. He's like kind of Rain Man. He's kind of like hitting... He's just not getting involved.
He is Rain Man.
Hitting his face. This is
Oh, do you know, it was so heartbreaking breaking into that cake because it was such a brilliant cake.
I ate loads of it.
Yeah, how many were there?
Had it smeared all over my body. I was licking it off.
Do you remember, Jess, when we had the first one on the table and you leant across and said, "Why don't we do this?" and you snapped the paper.
Snapped the paper on
we
the first
had two cakes and you
Shit.
and we had to kind of get the other one in and it was glued though and it was fine.
There we go.
Here we go. Bang.
It was quite hard.
Hey!
This is what the kids want.
I'm nearly laughing, perhaps there. Maybe not.
No,
Hurt
you
my
were
nail there.
angry then. I remember we'd had an argument about something. You were really angry.
I was really glad to smear cake into your face.
There we
Fuck
go.
off.
Dive in.
You've been dying to
And
see
we
that
had-
for ages. Really hurt, actually.
Did it?
I like this is great.
Sorry.
We had two cameras on this, which we
Oh,
don't
do you know
usually
what
do.
though? On a sad
delicious,
note,
that
on the
cake.
day, I lost a ring in all that cake mixture. I did. I know.
Here we go.
Bugsy Malone.
What was his name? John, the pianist.
He's actually studying classical music at the Royal Academy.
Yeah, it was great.
I love the way his fag. Look at him.
Hey!
Peeking around.
Nice little look.
Sat down. Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone fans are now in hog heaven.
We can call the police.
This guy was
I'm
great.
a
He played the
Bugsy Malone
waiter.
Andy Lucas.
Andy, he was a real laugh. Good to have on set with him because it was good to have on set with him.
Who votes for police?
Tim and Mike.
Look at your hair, it's great.
Now this coming up was the very
the
last
very
scene
last
we ever
scene.
filmed.
Ever filmed?
We
Yeah.
wrapped.
Ever.
6 in the
It was in
morning.
the middle of the night,
6
wasn't
in
it?
the
morning.
And then
Very
they had
last day of
champagne
shooting.
after that.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
we went to the
And had
pub in
bagels.
Smithfields, but
And we
let's
went
not
to
go there.
Smithfields until midday.
Let's not go there.
That was the last shot. Katie walking
Heavy
off was the
times.
last shot.
That was it.
Ever.
And cut. It's a wrap.
But it isn't, really.
Because we've got a whole nother episode to speak about.
I like
Young adults.
Nick's little look at the end here is sweet.
We've got a pool together.
Clubbing it is.
But with the look he does
I love
afterwards,
that.
it's little hangdog look.
Clubbing it is.
Look.
I like the idea that Mike is now a kind of club head after what happened in episode 6.
Yeah,
There's
in the last series.
Shaggy and
Just can't
Velma
wait
from
to do it again.
the first episode of the first series. Now it's interesting to mention that we actually originally planned to have the royal family pastiche here.
That's now at the start of episode 7 was supposed to be
But we
here.
felt we didn't need it really, did we?
Well, no, we needed
We
something.
didn't kind of need.
We edited it together, and it was so funny that we wanted to stick it at the start of episode 7 instead.
There was another
so-
thing for the
works
beginning of
better
episode 7 to demonstrate the kind of notion of friendship, but in the end, the royal family thing.
It was supposed to go right here. This is where the royal family bit was supposed to go, but it didn't quite sort of work here. It worked better elsewhere.
It was too big, and at the beginning of 7, and plus, as
It's
part of
going
this
straight into another
Empire
parody.
Strikes Back thing.
The lines at Longleat stick are there. We've
We have
seen the
seen the
lines,
lines,
labyrinths at Longleat.
Oh.
The line and the labyrinths. I don't know what's going on.
And from here on in, we're going into
Oh,
Empire
this is
Strikes Back
beautiful.
territory. There's Mike's Chewie impression. Good luck. I think Princess
Now
Leia
on this
said, the sound
DVD
of
you
the
get
ship.
on this DVD you get the added bonus of listening to the credits without some twit from Continuity making silly jokes
Yeah.
all over it. So you get to hear the Star Wars music properly.
The Channel 4 continuity announcer was such a pain in the... Oh, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, we're talking over it now. Can we just have silence over the Empire Strikes Back?
And
Okay.
here's Space.
Next time,
exciting you show us some strong language.
So stay tuned for Frasier. Anyway, I wonder what Daisy and Tim are going to be doing next
Be
week.
careful, you might find some of the language a little bit racy.
Fuck off. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Cameron Diaz.
I'm Drew Barrymore.
And I'm Lucy Liu.
And we are...
Charlie's Angels.
No, not really.
Not really.
Thank you, Caroline Ahern and Craig Cash, for letting us use this, and Oasis.
Well, in a sense, we could have just done it, but we thought we'd get in touch with them and kind of run it past them. Get the kind of like sort of the formal,
go-ahead.
the nod.
And she said, yeah, you can do it as long as it's not funny in the nose.
We thought if we had a Royal
That's
Family
why we
opening...
used it.
We thought if we had a Royal Family opening, we might get a BAFTA by osmosis. It hasn't worked.
How do you know? It's not time for BAFTA. Well, maybe it is.
No.
That's a difficult thing. Maybe you're watching this and we have got a BAFTA.
Well, let me say that sort of like that. This was the opening of episode 7 was something that we had to cut out. There was several different incarnations of that, and we had to.
One version was a version when you see all of us as children, all coincidentally in a park at the same time. So you see Daisy as a child, and you see Brian and Twist and Marsha as a young woman with Amber as a baby, and then finally you see Mike and Tim up the tree, and it's as if by sheer coincidence at one time all these people were together and how they were eventually going to be together in real life.
We didn't really have.
The resources weren't there for that, you know.
I know. This obviously is harking back to episode 1.1,
which was harking back to a scene from Shining, which was harking back to
the Book of the
ad
Shining.
infinitum.
And here we
Goes
are,
on and on.
replacing the twins. You had a problem in this scene, I remember, just your voice. You kept going.
Which was you. That was my problem.
No, you see it on the outtakes.
On
You're
the
speaking
outtakes.
in a very odd voice.
Oh yeah.
It's on the outtakes.
My voice.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Listen. Shh, listen, you hear it in a second.
So
By the way, this is Alex Lowe, Stephen
Couldn't get it
Athol,
right.
and Amy Smart.
Amy, yeah, they were great. Those two, they're the lovely little young happy
Oh,
couple.
aren't they lovely?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I couldn't speak.
Excuse me.
My wife's 24.
Also, I do like this.
Alex has a show on XFM, and at this point in time, may not anymore if this is 2050, but he's a great fella and very, very funny. And I was on them there recently, and
If I leant
so I
forward,
said hello to him.
my nostril would go on top of that little kind of like a little
Evo stick.
Excuse Evo stick.
Excuse me. How do you? I didn't ask. What fuck's going on? I don't know.
I just had to say, I like the bit back there where I like the fact that the married couple are younger than them. It's another nice thing in this
We originally
running theme.
Yeah, the
It's
idea
nice.
that Daisy and Tim are kind of
Yeah,
like
Past it.
older.
and that's why Jess was saying.
Excuse me.
Originally, we wanted to actually for this to be BBC
Well, that's
sound.
actually Karen
Can I just
Beaver's
say-
allowed
face
to
on
use
the front
that.
of there.
Can we just say briefly that Karen
Edgar Wright.
Well,
Two
two things. Karen Beaver, who is the line producer of Spaced and first and second series, is probably the only crew member not to make a cameo appearance. And lo and behold, Dick Lund, the art director, used her screaming face on the cover of The Sound of Despair. But also, this is me doing The Sound of Despair in the background, which I can tell you was a fun time in the dubbing booth.
Was that you? Was that just you, or was it?
No, it was just
It
me.
was just you.
Oh, I did a little
and
symphony of Wales.
So big up to the Beef for allowing. And here's Katie doing her.
Is this?
Katie's still here with us in the room unofficially. Now, how come Twist won't drink wine because of the yeast, but she'll bang a few E's of herself? Do you know what I mean? Is that like character indiscrepancy or what?
I think that's just called human nature, isn't it?
It's human nature.
Mark's very nice in this bit.
There's my chocolate beanie. I've got that now. I own that.
Is it-
It became my property after 2
Good.
series.
Susceptible to the whims of love. It's the solid core of
Now, this was a longer speech, actually. This speech went on for a long time with Mark
Yeah, we
going on
cut
about how
this
much he
down,
loved
but-
the house. Stops in the middle. puts the tape on.
It was originally going to be called the BBC Sounds of Despair, but we
Oh yeah, there was some kind of. We had to make a change, didn't we?
Well, we weren't allowed to use BBC. We're not allowed to mention it on the commentary either. Oh well. No.
What did you want to talk about anyway?
Well.
I like your jacket there, Jess.
Scream.
Thank you.
And back into the hall.
You went like that.
We've got to give us a
Textbook.
Twist.
No, that's a
Fried goal
lovely.
even.
That's another. That's a set away from.
Sorry, I know we've done
It's supposed to be downstairs in the flat, but it's 10 feet to the left of the lounge set, isn't it? And it's a stairway from nowhere leading
I think
downwards.
that bit of corrugated iron in the background is inspired.
It's a nice touch. There's Colin's dog door as well. No, I love this bit. Hello. We had so many problems doing this scene.
A lot of outtakes on this.
I was in a really bad mood that day.
Nick was really cracking up as well. No, actually, the crew were cracking up.
The crew were
and I
cracking
was.
up, and I was in such a bad mood. I kind of didn't care, and I was corpsing and not checking myself. And
What are you doing?
I think that's really unprofessional.
it was very unprofessional. No, I was very depressed that day for a few reasons.
No, thanks.
And
Michael, has Marsha contacted
scone.
Actually, I want one.
I would
And
love
that was
those
real
scones.
clotted cream, wasn't
Oh,
it, Jess?
they were so
we were
good,
tucking
those
into those things.
How many? We did about. There's probably about four takes of this, so quite a lot of scone eatage.
We had, in the end, we were spitting them out into serviettes because it was just too much.
And then where would she go?
behaviour.
Who would she turn to in a time of need that is or
Who?
might associate with a big guy on a motorbike?
Let me tell you,
Hey,
someone we know.
music from the London Marathon in the
We were
background.
going to have. Do you remember we were going to have a shot of a traffic light
Changing to amber.
Yeah,
It's a
but
thing
then
that didn't happen.
it didn't happen. Now
There's,
this is in the fabled Amber's house in Cricklewood, which, without giving too much away, Julia Deacon lives in the NW2 area of London, and that was a little nod to her district. Right.
Also, that's you. As we said on the first series DVD, just as the voice of Amber.
Yeah, and the whole reversal thing of Amber of Marsha saying "Leave me alone" as opposed to Amber.
This is a funny joke. Not just a funny joke, but a funny reaction as well. Hey.
Eyebrows up, eyebrows down. Boof. That was a great. Probably in the outtakes, you really fell over, didn't you?
Oh, there's a
You
good
did the
outtake of
kicks
that,
and You
it's
fell
great.
over on your ass.
Look at this.
There's a famous picture of the Stones.
We never got. It's a shame, just for timers, we never got a proper look at like This set was really nice, and you know, just when you're kind of racing through it, where you don't really get a time to take it all in. But some great detail in this. Look at those paintings on the wall.
It's not actually the first time we see Marsha's bedroom, is it?
Well, we see it in episode 4 as well, don't we?
Yeah.
Time for this.
There's Colin.
Here we go.
Look at Ada's acting here; it's great.
Ada. A little bit of the
Look.
Graduate
What?
there. No, is it? Yeah.
Well, kind of. The Littlest Hobo playing as well, the theme tune. Going all sinister.
And down she goes. He goes.
That was it. I like the fact that. What was it? Was it Nick saying about dogs don't look up?
Yeah, I think that's slightly bogus. I think it's because the noise wasn't coming from up. Nick has the theory that dogs don't look up. Listen, I've got this theory, okay? Dogs don't look up.
Go with me on this one. Run with this.
Here we go. I love that noise you use there for the signification.
What is this called? Like
doom.
Kind of heartbeat thing.
It's supposed to be presenting a united front. It's not going to look very good if it's just you and me, is it?
I was wearing a Mooks t-shirt. I was given lots of Mooks wear during the series.
What was he saying? Viet Cong Hunting Club. That's what his t-shirt
One
says.
shot, one kill.
I only just noticed his t-shirt.
He had lots of good t-shirts. Here we go to the old woman's house.
Yeah, this was
supposed to be the neighbour behind number 23.
Hence 47.
Hence 47. It's not next
quite
door.
right, but
Well, it's kind of on the next road, so
Well,
the
it's-
idea
it's
is that
behind.
it's kind of an angle
Yeah.
behind.
I actually
so
thought
it's-
people would pick up on that and say, "Oh, it's not. Well, it should be 20,
I don't
25,"
think people,
but it wasn't.
Do you know
I
what I
think
mean?
people did.
It's just like
Not
you know.
necessarily in that voice.
I like this is quite creepy. I like having stuck record. Not entirely sure where that's from.
I like the idea of investing an old woman with all the kind of qualities of a kind of, you know, ravaged femme fatale.
Absolutely, like a Gloria Swanson type.
I think she's like the Emperor from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm afraid
Oh,
the
I'm
battle
afraid
station
will
will be
be
quite
full of
operational when your friends arrive.
Obviously, a little Fatal Attraction reference here with the boiling pot. Something very creepy about this record
Who was
sticking.
shaking that pot? Was that someone?
No, it was really
that the pot?
boiling. It was
Oh,
really
No, that
boiling.
was somebody. That was
Oh,
somebody
underneath, yeah, some of the
hot
shots.
poking it underneath.
Yeah.
Bingo. Here we go. This was the end of a long day.
See Mike's little gun hanging from the rearview mirror there.
This is a very nice joke. I like this.
Sorry, that's
yeah, there.
We're not good communicators. All right, Mike? Good. Brian? It's my fault we're in this mess, all right? And I should do the talking.
Oh, and here we go with the...
now,
with the love scene.
Explain to me this. Your kiss
Yeah.
with Julia
Yeah.
is a little more convincing than your kiss with Lucy. Explain.
Auntie I've ever had.
I can't tell you.
It looks. You really go for it though. Were you kissing? Did you slip it in?
Shut up. Slip what in?
Your tongue.
We did a proper screen kiss.
I
That's
know.
all.
Well, you know.
Julia happens
it's
to be a
good.
great kisser.
It's good.
And you know, I reciprocated.
How many? And did you enjoy all the takes?
She fingered me on the third take, and I didn't enjoy that so much. I felt invaded.
Ah,
There
the
she
lovely
is.
Georgina
It was
here.
brilliant, Georgina.
That's
She
right.
acted me off the fucking screen, the bitch.
How could you ever call that person a bitch?
Didn't you come into the edit and say, "Cut the bitch out. She's acting me off the screen."
Her second name was she's called Georgina Beer, but that's actually not her real name. She's called Georgina Beer because she can drink 15 pints.
She's a brilliant actress.
We went on a pub crawl after shooting this with her.
And
she
was the
drank
last
us
one
all
standing.
under the table. She's fantastic.
I love that little freeze on her face there with the lighting. It just
Yeah,
really
yeah.
sinister. And she is utterly lovely. I mean, a
Oh,
really
she's lovely.
lovely woman.
But look, this is the Emperor shot, surely.
Oh.
I'm afraid.
I know I will.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant.
Now,
Roland
Jess,
and Lund, that's...
You're
Oh,
as I-
Ada does a great bit of acting here. Let's
Ada,
let's
well, not
make sure
just
we see that.
Not just Ada, but Jess is acting what I call the alcoholic mum.
Yeah, this is the
Watch this. Watch the
alcoholic
little
mum.
look that Ada gives.
Watch this
Oh,
one.
I snare my finger.
So I was saying out of Brookside.
Ready?
Early 80s Brookside.
Look, watch.
Thank you.
Little look there, bang.
I know, look at her lovely wet eyes. It's so funny.
Look at her lovely wet eyes.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, eyes.
Me going off travelling.
I treat you right.
I don't know who wins in the acting stakes in this scene. Ada or you, I'm not
I think it's
sure.
obvious,
She looks so
frankly.
despondent at this point.
Just piss off.
Oh, that's a bad move right there.
It's a shame that in the
Fucking there we go
flashbacks you
again.
couldn't look
Acted
like you
off the
did in the
screen
first
again.
series. Do you know what I
What?
mean? It's same in the flashbacks you couldn't look like you did in the first series with your little brown bob.
The brown bob.
Because it's like, you know, you went away and you blossomed.
You achieved glow.
So, I don't know, other people would disagree.
Yeah, you mainly.
This is it.
Oh my God, there she is. Marsha.
How did you find me?
Intuition.
And we broke into your bedroom.
Yes, and that.
Look, you're wasting your time. I've made my mind up.
Marsha, please just don't sell the house.
Oh, watch Mark here. This is great. Watch Mark.
Really? Brian.
It's great.
That take actually ended as
Oh yeah, it was
immediately,
literally
didn't it?
that was it. That was the only
It was a
decent take
plane
of
noise
that.
or something.
Something bloody spectacular.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't quite, maybe it doesn't quite come across, but this is exactly the same location as where you see you and Julia snog earlier on.
Yeah, it is.
You can see the roses, the flowers and stuff in the background in the baskets.
Yeah.
Then you're the best.
This was quite, all the stuff we shot around here, this is again sort of like Holloway Road, Tufnell Park was really tough. They seemingly quiet streets and then they just get absolutely rammed with
Young men
people,
on mopeds.
mopeds and
Kish
boy races and
my
stuff.
arse.
Hey,
Hey.
good looks.
Here we are back at the flat with lovely Jess reading a letter.
The Colwyn Bay Gazette obviously mentioned in the
Actually,
last...
it's not actually Colwyn Bay Gazette. In fact, it's North Wales News. But I don't think that's something that is particularly...
I think that's going to worry a lot of people.
Yeah, I quite like the sound of Colwyn Bay Gazette.
I like the acting in this scene. I like the fact you're all kind of staring off into separate
Colwyn
middle,
Bay.
separate middle distances.
Separate
Last
spaces.
name checked in The Dresser, starring Albert Finney and Tom Courtenay.
And here it comes.
We're reviving that tradition.
Colin's gone.
This is a nice scene.
He went next door.
Oh, Daisy, I'm sorry. How did that happen?
Let's talk.
No, I was just listening to this joke. I think this might be my favourite joke of this episode.
About
And
the
one of the
rabbit.
best jokes in the series, this one. Look at Nick here.
That was a euphemism for being dead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So my rabbit's dead.
Well, it's been 18 years, Mike. Where do you think he was?
Next door.
I love when Nick does
bless
that.
him.
I love when Nick does that slightly wounded puppy dog acting.
He does that very well indeed.
And when he chips in here as well.
Colin's gone.
I like the way you kept him off screen for that little chip in as well.
I know, I could have cut him in, but I thought it was funnier not seeing him say that.
It is funnier.
Everyone leaves.
The bell goes.
This is like a...
Answer the question.
I've been offered a job in Seattle working for Marvel.
Terrifying. Lucy looks lovely though, doesn't she?
She does.
Well, they do.
And there's Jess.
So when are you off?
Tomorrow.
Well, that's a bit short notice, isn't it?
I got the call last night.
Very upset by this
I
whole
want to
thing.
go
There's
straight
Buffy,
away.
Star Trek Next Generation, X-Files.
No Tron poster.
No Tron poster.
If anybody nicked that Tron poster, any of the... would you please return it? Because I'm really quite distraught.
It was a good one. It was a classic.
It
Wasn't
was a classic. It only cost £15, but it was a classic, and
Really?
somebody nicked
From the
it.
poster shop.
What time are you off tomorrow?
Now here comes up pretty soon my look to camera, which I wasn't entirely sure about.
Which I think works very, very well.
I convinced Simon. Simon wasn't happy. I convinced him to go in.
I think it's brilliant.
I didn't like it.
So what are you planning on doing for the next 13 hours?
It's too smug.
Yeah, but it works. It's funny. There's not many actors who could carry it off. You can. It's brilliant.
It's well, you both get a look to camera in this series because Jess, you look at the camera in episode 2, and Simon gets to look at the camera in
Yeah,
episode
but I looked
7.
at the camera by accident.
No, you'd look at the camera during the bit with Katie having sex upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Tim's off to have it off.
Oh.
Me too, says Daisy. So Tim's still got the too hot for TV poster
Me in
on
my
his bedroom door.
hand.
No, listen to the chock-a-block style sounds coming out of Mike's brain.
He's got a plan.
I like this.
And
Job
done. Now we remember the
Hello, boys.
that little character from episode 3, Dexter and Cromwell, the two characters. Here we are again with Reece Shearsmith.
And Jonathan.
And lovely Jonathan.
And Oscar and James as
Oscar
well.
and James.
This is also shot at the Corrib's Rest, actually. It's a very multi-purpose
It's
pub.
a brilliant pub. There's a lot of rooms. In fact, there's rooms upstairs as well.
Absolutely.
On the same day.
Could you tell me the times of the trains to
Daisy
Colwyn?
about to leave the flat to the sound of the super furry
Yeah?
animals.
The first one.
There's a lot of
Well, the
comedy drama low points in this. This is I don't know what this is a. She's about to leave.
Thanks.
It is a low point.
A low point of the series.
It's a massive low point of the series.
I thought if I'm going to use a soppy song, it may as well be by the Super Furry Animals.
It's a hoe point.
It's a hoe point. What the
Meaning it's
Jess is
something
going to go.
involving me. It's a hoe point.
Whether you're going to go down to St Pancras Station and pimp yourself.
Pimp myself.
Pull a
It's
few
like turn
tricks.
into a hoe.
That's one of the deleted scenes that you won't see is when Daisy, whilst waiting for a train, does a couple of tricks.
Edgar.
A headstand and the splits.
Now, Simon, can you explain wearing ladies' makeup?
Well, the whole
Look
idea
at
was
that
that
arse. He was voted best arse on set.
Sophie and Tim had been having a bit of a muck around with Sophie's makeup, and Tim has a propensity to wear women's clothes. We demonstrated that in the first
episode
series.
6 of the first series.
And there's
There we
me
go.
wearing the G-string. And it's quite funny because there's a term in that Andy, our DOP, uses for a light shadow on the wall called a small softie. And I remember him during that take kept going on about there being a small softie in view. And I was really offended. But I realised it was the shadow of the boom. And not my small softie.
Come on, Brian. You've got to be strong. Are you a man or a mouse?
We tried. Me and Edgar had a huge row about this in the dub when we were sat in the in Videosonics in
Can
Camden.
I just say I was wrong and you were right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying, make the voice higher, make the little squeak higher. But
we came to a squeaky
compromise whereby the noise was just right to sound slightly inhuman.
I thought it was starting to sound a bit like the Clangers.
We very rarely fight, me and Edgar, but we did have a little to do on that one.
Absolutely. The music from Thunderbirds there, obviously, as well.
Of course.
Ready.
Cover of Tim's comic there on the wall.
Right, I'll get Mike to give me a lift over to your...
Tim with his Bones cap on.
Bit more kissing going on here as well. Lucy looks very radiant there, I must say.
She does.
She looks kind of natural.
She's not got much makeup
Do you know what I mean?
on.
She looks like, well, she has, but like it doesn't look like it. She's gorgeous.
Can't you just give a compliment and let it go? She hasn't got much
Now
makeup
watch
on.
this.
She looks lovely.
Mike's doing like a Steven Seagal style pose here.
That's Steven Seagal accepting a BAFTA.
Steven Seagal presenting a technical Oscar.
Bloody spectacular.
Presenting a technical Oscar.
That's Steven Seagal presenting the Oscar for Best Sound Effects Editing.
I love that arrangement there, that little...
It's a nice shot.
It's lovely.
This was back at the TA on Holloway Road, actually.
Right, so you're recommended for promotion.
Same day as we did the stuff for Robot Wars episode.
Yeah, same day when we did the stuff when they're coming out of the school. Well, coming out of the TA like school children. Reese is great here.
Reese is great. Quite oddly underused in this episode, really. I mean, as a recurring character, he's sort of it's his.
Well, we wanted him to come back. You wanted him to come back and be a good guy, didn't you?
Yeah, and sort of save the day.
He redeems himself.
Here's a nice little transition. I have to thank Paul Matchless out on Landing and stuff for that one.
Now, Edgar, is this morning on at 10:25?
No, Nick Frost told me that. I'm going to blame him since he's not here. But he told me it was on at 10:25 and it's not. It's 10:30. So that genuinely is.
It's a prophetic harbinger of our terrible time on this morning.
Now, I'd like to apologise to the lady that lived in the flat below the one we were filming in, because she was absolutely fucking terrified at 8 o'clock in the morning by a tank pointing its gun at her house. Oh, well.
And this, of course, being a reference to Say Anything with John Cusack.
We were originally the script. It was KWS's version of Please Don't Go.
Please Don't Go, yeah.
But I listened to it again, and it was so terrible, so appalling that we thought we'd go for that instead.
I love Mark's face. His final little wave. He manages to smile. Watch that. Look. Oh, hello, man. Little Brian.
Oh,
Daisy
Super
on the
Very Animals
station.
again. This is St Pancras Station, obviously.
There was a version of this where I actually got on the train.
Well, in the script?
In the script, yeah.
There were several kind of like different endings.
Yeah, and then I
script
was
and
going to
stuff.
just have gone for the weekend.
I like the fact those are the photos from the first series as well. Another nice little transition there.
And this is a kind of similar to the scene in episode 4, series 1, when Daisy first gets Colin.
You play Sugar Plum Fairy.
The flat was done so brilliantly. There were loads and loads
it's
of
great. Loads of
statues
little-
of dogs everywhere.
Is that actually a real flat?
It's a real house, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
What? Lancelot? No way.
And he's back in the house.
Now this is when we started
Textbook.
using the conceit of the Times as well, because firstly because when Mike went to the pub and Daisy was leaving, it was
clear.
difficult. It wasn't clear that it was the next day, so
Yeah,
we
so
started
we
to
had
use
to
the
build in
Times.
all these times, which kind of worked out really well, actually.
I love the way Mike goes, Tim, like he doesn't know anyone called Tim.
Dear Tim.
I'd like to draw your attention not only to obviously the skip to the end joke is funny, but also watch Mark and Nick in the back of this shot as well. It's quite funny what they're doing whilst they're waiting for the letter to end.
I remember Jess was off.
You were reading this in on the day.
reading this in on the day.
Yeah, I wanted to say at the end, I wanted to say, "You're fiend, Daisy."
That's right, and we asked you not to.
Decided to go away for a while.
Look at good beard strokage here.
Who knows? Things would work out, maybe. Is that the main purpose of facial hair? Literally for something to do.
That's
with
because
it?
Brian and Mike are Tim's are aspects of Tim's character. Mike is Tim's
Tash.
kind of and you see they've got the constituent parts of Tim's beard. So Mike has a tash and Brian has a beard. Mike is Tim's aggression. Brian is Tim's art, and combine them together and they make Tim.
Do you know
Brian plus Mike equals Tim.
Do you know what? That deserves to go in Sude's corner.
Twist plus
It's like a game of Mr.
Twist
Pop.
plus Marsha equals Daisy.
That's so it's all down to facial hair.
It's all down to facial hair. Because if you add Katie's hair to Marsha's hair,
That's
you
the
get the
biggest
same beard
pile
and
of
moustache
bullshit
that
I've
Jess
ever
has.
heard in my life.
And Jess has got a big full beard. You don't see it on screen because she bleaches it. But it's a rough old seaman's beard she's got there. And God, it suits her.
Got to get to Sophie's house and go with us to the airport.
Nick's funny in here.
One means of
This is nice.
transport, right? No money for a
Huh?
car. And the tubes are on strike. There is absolutely no way on earth we can do both.
It was actually fortunate there
What the hell am I gonna do?
there was a tube strike eventually
I love this.
at the time of filming, so...
There's a way we can do both.
he did that take it a bit. There is a wizard.
There is a wizard.
Do you know what that little thing on his hat looks like? Tasmanian devil, doesn't it? Slightly.
What do we have?
If you squint.
Other than my van, which has wheels. And
Really? What's it going to be?
Tasmania. Come to Tasmania.
You've
got to be fucking
kidding.
That's from The Thing. And
And
here we
there's
go.
Ian McShane on the platform there.
There's Alvin Stardust moving out of the way. He's rocking.
He was just there, wasn't he?
He's got a ring
He
on his
said,
glove.
Alvin, do you want to join in? He said, sure.
The
here
Staunton
we go.
lemon jelly in the background. Ada in the bag. Let's go. This is the beginning
sweet.
of the end for Spaced.
No, I don't know. I think this would be an appropriate point at the end of the second series to us all to do a little thank yous over this little sequence at the end.
Absolutely.
And can I just say, I'd like to thank obviously everybody that works so hard on the show, but particularly Andy and Dick and Chris and Paul and Karen and Naira and everybody else who works so hard on the show. But particularly like sort of me and Chris and Paul, the sort of who edited the show, had, sort of it was a real long old time, and I'd like to thank them for sticking through it. And I'd like to thank Grandpa Paltrow, and I'd like to thank no, Karen.
I'd second all those thank yous. I think it's.
The crew was brilliant. Everyone.
Yeah, thanks
really,
to everyone
really
that just put in unnecessarily long hours and
effort and expertise
to make this, a really great series and something we're very proud of. I'd like to thank everyone personally as well.
And everybody was in it, and all the people from the website that were in it.
Yeah,
and
thanks
Channel
to our
4.
thanks to our website for being so supportive.
And actually listening to all this crap.
Absolutely.
If you did happen to manage to get all this way, we salute you, gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Hopefully there'll be a web link on this disc, but if not, go to
www.spaced-out.co.uk for all your space needs. Episode there.
There's the thing with the gun. Here's Tim and Daisy.
I love the fact that the door is open, ready for the camera to go through it. It's kind of, why would they leave their flat door open? It's because the camera has to get through, and the door has to close. And who's closing the door? It's magical. It's a magic house.
World.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
And there's the skateboard video they're watching again.
I remember this actual scene was written way before the episode was written, or indeed before any of the series was written. In a way, I remember we had an idea about how we wanted the whole thing to end, and that was it, and that's it come to fruition. You'll see in the garden as well.
The sale sign
Paul Barlow.
That's not Paul Barlow. It's Nigel.
Oh, it's Nigel. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was going to be Paul Barlow. No.